Ladies and gentlemen, Jesus Christ. Hold on. That's not supposed to happen. Um, all right, here we go.
Good.
Yeah, should be. um,
Well, while Dezo's working on his mic, let's get to it, man. This is just the No Snooze Button show, man. Appreciate y'all for pulling up.
um,
But you good?
I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah, I mean, sound good to me. What up, Juan?
Ladies and
Shift
gentlemen,
guy.
we
FIFA, what's up, FIFA?
always a little technical difficulties, but we good. Uh, how y'all feeling tonight though? Or this morning, I should say. We have for another beautiful Monday morning, another week down. This is the No Snooze Button. It's a show for the people, powered by the people. I am one third of this conglomerate. I go by the name of Dezo, the introvert. I'm joined by my brother in crime. Go ahead and talk to the people, man.
What's good, y'all? What's good, man? Happy to see y'all this beautiful Monday morning. It's, it is a beautiful Monday morning, too. But, I just want to remind y'all, when y'all see this, when y'all hear this, that means to get off your ass and on your feet. Hey, happy to have y'all. Uh, so, Dezo,
Yes,
what's been
sir.
going on this weekend, man? What's going on? Everything good with you?
Yeah, man, everything's been good. I've been preparing for a move.
Oh yeah.
Uh, yeah, man. I'm thinking about heading down to Georgia,
Oh,
good old,
really?
good old home state.
Hey,
But other than that, man, I've been chilling, man. Been cool.
that's what's up. That's what's up. Well, let me get y'all started, like always, with the
Been drinking
quote.
water.
Yeah, well, shit. That's what's up. Y'all make sure to drink some water today too, man. Start your week off. Start your week off with a big bottle of water, a gallon of water today, man. Y'all get hydrated. Um,
Mm.
Let me start off with the quote today. The quote today says, "The secret of change is to focus all your energy not on fighting the old, but on building the new."
Mm.
The secret of change is to focus all your energy not on fighting the old, but on building the new. That is directly from Socrates himself. So, I mean, Socrates said it.
It's got to be true. It's
you
got to
know,
be. It's got to be
yeah.
words of wisdom right there.
Well, you've been crying since Justin Fields got traded.
Hey Juan, we got another
But what?
quarterback coming, man. Don't worry. We got another one coming.
Start crying for?
I don't know why Juan's crying. He's a Celtics fan. I don't feel like a Celtics fan wouldn't be a Bears fan, would they?
I mean, Juan might be the first.
Why might be the first?
Celtics and Bears. You know?
It's a crazy combination. It's a crazy combo.
Yeah. Um, Man, let's get through this weather real quick. We can get into some things. Today in New York City, we got a high 51, low 35, mostly cloudy. Tomorrow, high 48, low 40, and cloudy. On Wednesday, high 53, low 32, windy. Thursday, high 45, low 29, also windy. Today in Atlanta, high 53, low 31, and windy. It's a lot of wind out there today, y'all. Damn, my
Hmm.
eyes are burning. Damn, uh, man, I need some Claritin.
Yeah, I guess Juan is
Uh,
the first. He says I'm the first.
is he?
So
Check you
yeah.
out. One. On Tuesday in Atlanta, high 57, low 39, clear skies. On Wednesday, high 69, low 46, and partly sunny. Thursday, high 69, low 51, and mostly cloudy.
What up,
Um,
Sturdy? What up, Chef God?
in Chicago today, high 36, low 31 and cloudy. Tuesday, high 49, low 34 and windy. On Wednesday, high 37, low 29, and mostly sunny. Thursday, high 35, low 33, and cloudy. Down in Houston today, high 66, low 48. Tuesday, high 64, low 54. Another cloudy day. Cloudy skies all around us. Wednesday, high 67, low 62, mostly cloudy. On Thursday, high 69, low 61. Expect some light thunderstorms and rain. Bringing it to the West Coast, Seattle today, high 63, low 44, mostly sunny. Tuesday, high 62, low 49, mostly cloudy. Wednesday, high 52, low 48, also cloudy. Thursday, high 53, low 46, and light rain. Now, finally, down in Los Angeles today, there'll be a high 74 and low 57, but some scattered thunderstorms. Tomorrow, high 73, low 59, sunny. Wednesday, also sunny. Thursday, also sunny. Wednesday, high 72, low 60. Thursday, high 73, low 56. Sunny skies down in LA after today's scattered thunderstorms. You know what? I need to get in touch with what city was that? Oh man, I'm trying to remember the city. I'm trying to remember what city that is. But the weather woman over there.
Yeah.
Need to get in touch with her. Just come start doing this weather for me.
Yeah.
Man, I'm trying to remember what city that was. Man, they be showing her. I'm like, God damn.
Wait, are you talking about the you're not talking about the Garcia girl, right? You're talking about somebody else?
I think I might be talking about her. She's like kind of skinny but got a bubble though.
Oh yeah. You're talking about her, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah. Oh man. Well,
here we go. Here goes our third member. Context, talk to us, man. What's up?
Yeah, what's the word? Yeah, salute. What's happening? My fault. I was stuck outside, traffic, so a lot of bullshit going on and shit. I already hit the snooze button a long time ago. I was up since like 7, so my day already started and shit.
Well,
what's the word with y'all? How's your weekend?
Fire.
Shit was good, man. Shit was good.
Yeah, I didn't even know it was St. Patrick's Day yesterday.
I didn't know that.
Oh,
either.
word. It was.
Yeah, I didn't know until like 6 p.m.
You ain't see that? You didn't see a lot of people drinking around. Like, what was going on? Like, you wasn't.
I saw a green, but I was just kind of like, they're getting ready for St. Patrick's Day. Like, I don't know. My mind just didn't put it together. And I was outside. I was, it was good weather all weekend, so I was outside all weekend.
That's a fact.
And then, so last night, let me tell you something. It's crazy. So last night I go to the strip club last night, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there was these white girls in there. They was together, like they were dancing. They were the dancers, but like sometimes they like work in pairs. You know what I mean? So they was going around, and they had dyed their carpet green.
Okay.
I was
creative.
Hey, I was like, all right. I see, just like
wait. That's what. Wait, hold on. Yo, what?
Context. I'm trying to figure out like. I'm trying to figure out like what do you mean by?
Continue. I'm following.
Okay.
I'm following.
Yeah.
I'm thinking interior design, low key.
Nah,
so
that was all festive though. You know what I'm saying? Like that was blonde. They had like the Lucky Charm, like not Lucky Charm. What is it, like the Shamrock, the clover. They had the green clover nipple piercings. Both of them they had those, and then they had like they dyed their carpet green. I was like, I could get with this, okay? I could get with the festivities. You know what I mean? It was cool.
That's great. I'm not gonna hold you. That would have put a little bit of fear in my heart. Like, yo, what's going on?
You wasn't. I was
decision for me tonight.
Nah,
this might not be a good business decision for me.
Nah, white girls are something different, bro. It's crazy.
And then I text Dezo because I'm like, bro, if this fucking DJ don't stop playing Drake,
he was trying to set the vibe, bro.
Tight, bro. Like,
he was doing a great job. He was doing a great job at it too.
Oh,
that's bad funny.
You're
That's
doing a
bad
great
funny.
job.
So was you getting like all different versions of Drake? Like you was getting Patois Drake, UK combination. Like you was getting that. How many different Drakes you was getting?
What are you talking about?
He went into the bag, or he just stayed in one pocket. He stayed
Yeah,
in
he
sad
was
Drake. Well,
yeah,
what
yeah. He
What
was
pocket
just
stayed in?
kind of staying right like in the party vibe Drake that you know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't feeling it I wasn't feeling it.
Hey,
I
you
mean
should have tipped him. You should have tipped
Drake
him on the way. You
a
should have
little
tipped him on
Drake
the way
every
out, man. That's all. So,
shit.
should have
There was
slipped him
only
a.
one. It was only thing I was tipping in there was that green carpet. That's all.
Yo, son. Nah, green
Carpet's
carpet
crazy.
on milk is crazy, but hey, that's neither here nor there. That's neither
Fire,
here or
bro.
yo.
It's
Ox
fire.
like yo, fire is crazy. I don't know. I wouldn't call that the word, but hey, it is what it
It
is.
was you had to see it, Tex. If you was there, you would
Okay.
agree with me.
All right. All right. It all comes together. Like it all comes together. It makes sense.
For
I got
sure.
you. I'm following you. But don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. There's the 3-man weave. You know how we run it. No snooze button. Don't forget to hit us with any feedback from your city, your town, and your community. Like I said, there's a show for the people, powered by the people. So don't forget to tap in. And also don't forget to tap into the graveyard shift as well as the champagne room. The champagne room will, and you might end up with a vlog. You're going to see Ox meeting the green carpet. We never know what's going to happen on the champagne room. Just stay tuned. It's going to be action-packed. Tap in, yeah.
Wow.
Context, you got some financials?
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah.
All right.
Let's get into that. So in the commodity section, in regards to the gold, gold actually went down so it went up and then it went down from the last time that we spoke. So last time it went down 12, but now it's up back 5. It's at $2,179. The same thing happened with silver. It took a quick nosedive, but then it went back up $1.54. Is at $25.16. Copper has been going up $4.15. Platinum also went down. It's at $922. So it went down $12 from last week. Crude oil has gone up. So expect gas oil and gas oil in itself has gone up. So we're gonna see some prices that's gonna hike up. Obviously, you know the weather's gonna be nice, so they're gonna hit niggas in their pockets. But crude oil has gone up $5.35. Right now it's at $81.63. And gas oil has gone up $2.25.
Hey, some gas prices, man, you can never get away from them. But
that's on Friday. We're gonna let them know how that affect them on Friday. But for the most part, expect a little flux. And next month is gonna be a lot of up and down. More so up though.
So before we get into the culture, man, if you or a loved one has been dealing with any troubles trying to get sober or stay sober, we have a Kelly who can give you a program, to help you if you need help, So I'm gonna let him talk to you real quick.
Hey, it's Kelly here, former crack addict, recovery coach, and Life Beyond Sobriety. That is my private online community for people in addiction recovery who want to set big goals now that they're sober and make those goals happen. We learn strategies in weekly live coaching sessions to make those things come true. Go to lifebeyondsobriety.com and check it out 2 weeks for free.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Shout out Kelly, man.
Real quick,
I'm trying to schedule. I'm trying to work the scheduling out so we can get Kelly on a Oxtails interview.
I'll be super fire.
That'd be fire.
Trying to get the scheduling together. Man, it's kind of rough. He's a busy man.
Yeah,
I can imagine. I want to just piggyback real quick off Kelly, just to add on real quick because there's been some occurring situations that's been happening for people that are like they go to their smoke shops and they pick up whether it be Fronto, Graba, which is the tobacco leaf, things of that nature. There's been 2 cases where the actual tobacco itself, and sometimes how people have top and things of that nature is in that same vein of the tobacco filling. They've been laced with fent. So,
Mm.
you know what I mean? Just,
Wow.
shit's been real. You know what I mean? Like the whole the whole fentanyl crisis is through the roof. So, you know what I mean? You gotta keep your eyes on, your loved ones that are possibly, whether they're using, tobacco products, things of that nature. You know what I mean? Anything along in that aspect. You know what I'm saying? Just be vigilant, you know what I mean, and try to, forecast. It's hard to forecast these situations because if you don't have the kit, it's pretty much undetectable unless, you know what I mean, like you can't eyeball it. So,
Mhm.
you know what I mean, just it's crazy out here, man. It's just
And
crazy out here.
protect yourself at all times.
Protect yourself. That's a fact.
Speaking of protect yourself at all times, Tex, I know you have brought up that situation in the subway. I saw the video. Bro got what he had coming to him.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yo, I see
For sure.
because even like on the internet, I had seen people in there talking about, oh, they need to at least prosecute her and this and that. Like, hell no. First of all, if your chick ain't riding for you like that, drop her. All right, get rid of her yesterday. If she not riding for you like that, dude was big. Dude was trying to bully old boy. He was pressing him. You see how he was? I don't know if y'all seen the video.
Yeah, I seen it. Yo,
When he was swinging at him, he was trying to take bro whole head off.
Look.
He was trying to.
Let me set it up for you for real quick. Let me set it up for you how crazy with the crazy part. When Shorty started juxing him in the back, Son didn't even feel it. He didn't even feel it.
Right.
He had
it took him a minute
on the floor, and then it clicked into his head like, hold on, wait.
Like, what the fuck was that?
Me? Mind you, he got one arm pointing at Shorty like, you stabbed me. You stabbed me. Yo, the whole time Son is on the floor, mind you, he got a box cutter too. That means he already lost. Like he been lost. You feel what I'm saying? And at the same token, like he was super aggressive. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like the thing about it is at that time, people were saying like, yo, the Spanish cat shouldn't have got up and like be threatened. I was like, at that point, he was threatening him so much. Like, what do you expect him to do? His girl was right there. You
can't stay sitting down. You know what I'm saying? Dude, especially a dude that big. Dude, now I don't know how big he is, but he was much bigger than the Spanish dude.
He was bigger than Son. He was bigger.
You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't like it was like a little bigger. You can see he had weight, size. If you let a dude like that get on top of you, but you're done. So he
just came home. He's 7:30.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he just came home. He was one of them, you know what I mean? 7:30 niggas.
So he had to stand up. So we just laying it out for y'all that didn't see it. Bro had to stand up. He got up. Dude was trying to, he sounded like he got up and attacked him. He just got up in a defensive stance, so it was kind of moving around the pole. You can see he didn't want to. He didn't want to. You know what I'm saying? I don't blame him, bro. Like, bro, that way he was talking, you could tell like, man, this ain't gonna end peaceful at all. So he, you know what I'm saying, he did what he had to do. And whatever old girl was hitting him with, it wasn't like a big weapon, you know what I'm saying?
No, it wasn't a big joint.
You know what I'm saying? Because you could tell by the way he started bleeding all slow. Like, I don't know if anybody ever seen somebody get stabbed, but if you stab somebody with a decent size, you know what I'm saying? That shit, it's ugly, you know?
Yeah, it's gush.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Word. So it was the blood was coming out slow. Dude, like, did you stab me? When he said that, bro, I was like, that shit scared me. I was like, shit. She was like, I ain't doing nothing. I ain't doing nothing.
No. Yeah, word of advice. Man. I'm not gonna hold you. And I think because that's me. I hate when people take me for stupidity. I hate when people take like you. If I ask you something, you see me. I saw you do it, and you telling me you ain't do nothing. I think she should have just said, yo, my fault. You wilding my man up. Like, I had to do what I had to do. Don't tell me I didn't do.
She was terrified, Tex. She was shook.
Yeah, like she gonna come on. I get it. She panicked, but Jesus Christ, son, like,
yo, that's like your granny. That's like your granny catching you dipping in the greens or something. Like, oh no, I
ain't do it. Mind your whole hands in. I'm like, yo, come on, son. Yo, but it was so slick. I didn't see when Shorty pull out the blade.
No, I had to go back and watch it.
Yes, I didn't see that, bro. Like, she was moving tack. And that's what I said. W Shorty, man. That's how you gotta hold it down. They were both in the defense for their lives. And at the end of the day, it is what it is. He was threatening him, and if she's with him, they're together.
Yeah.
They're one party together. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter what. He couldn't call nothing. The MTA got the person that was supposed to do stuff. They didn't do nothing. The officials.
There was somebody on the train.
Nah, what it was like a MTA like official, like, you know what I'm saying? Like he broke it up. He was the one that broke it up. And then that's when he realized, oh, like you stabbed me. That's when he started talking to her.
That's when he went to the jacket. He went to his jacket. You can see he was feeling around his jacket. Then he unzipped it. He pulled it out and he cocked it.
Yep.
Mind you, I'm not saying I want to see bro get shot and all that. But I would have liked to see how the dude get the gun from him. I would have been curious to see how that went down.
That was a crazy finesse.
What are y'all talking about? What are y'all talking about?
So look, mind you, okay, so
is this a real thing that happened?
Yeah, this is real life. This real life.
Okay.
Imagine I'm on the train with my girl, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dude on the train, he bugging out, he tripping, he talking shit, talking about he gonna beat me up. He telling me if I move, he gonna fuck me up, all types of shit. He pressing me like not on no little press that's on, not on some shit like I'm talking about he pressing me though.
New York Times.
So I eventually had, hot off the press.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Come and get it. One of them.
Right.
So I eventually stand up like fuck it. Like, okay, if we got to get down, we got to get down. But you can see I don't want to. But then we get to tussling, bro, overpower me, and my girl come up behind him. Maybe give him like
the guy that was getting pressed, this girl came up and stabbed the guy that was pressing him.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna call it stabbing. I'm gonna call it sticking him. She stuck him.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? She stuck him a couple times, got him up off her dude. He gets up off of him, starts still holding me down, pressing my girl like, "Would you stab me? Did you stab me?" You know what I'm saying? And then finally he get to touching his back. He go to his jacket, pull it out, cock back and everything, and that's when everybody start running. So that's the end that I could see. But then I heard like 3 or 4 gunshots though. But bro got shot in the head, but apparently he's not dead though.
He's not dead. Yeah, he's not dead.
Yeah, he's not dead. So that's good.
That's
Nobody lost their life. You know what I'm saying? So that's a fairy tale ending.
Hey, hey.
Listen, man.
Nobody's getting charged. Nobody lost their life. So hey, it's all good.
I want to add one more thing to that was and that station Dezo is at least taking maybe on a light day 20K people back and forth. That's one of those areas it's like downtown Brooklyn. It's a combination of areas that get there. You know what I mean? A lot of people take those trains to go to Queens, to go to the city, Brooklyn. So like these are like it's like a major area. So for that time, and the police are like right above, like they're like maybe two levels above that. So by the time they got out, when they opened the doors, that's when the melee took place, and then that's when it became a whole thing. And then they came downstairs. The cops came downstairs. Another thing was yesterday, 2 girls got 2 twin girls, and RIP to Samaya Spain. 2 twin girls got stabbed. One girl got stabbed in the neck, who's Samaya Spain, in downtown Brooklyn, Park Slope-ish, for they rejected a guy that was trying to talk to them after a party. So it was a party, they let out, blah, blah, blah. They go to a little spot, the food spot, and he tried to talk to them in the spot. They're not rocking with him. Blah, blah. And the thing about New York girls, New York girls, quick with the mouth. They probably talking, they probably violating. And probably, we don't know. I don't know. I don't know the discussion of how it went, but she turned him down. He wasn't jacking that, started stabbing her. Unfortunately, she passed away. It's one of my peoples from Wyckoff.
That sucks, man.
Project downstairs. Yeah, it's insane, man. R.I.P. Samaya Spain, man. She was a twin daughter. Twin daughters, man. So
bitch ass niggas, man. Bitch ass.
Yo, that's why I tell you, listen, I got my niece, my nephew, all into like self-defense. I fight with them myself, not fight, but I train them myself. I got pads for them and all that. Eventually, you know what I mean? Like I got my girl, like she on it too. Like I got every person around me possible in some type of like training or some type of fighting thing. So that way they could, you know what I mean? Just in case I'm not around, can't just call me like, yo, and I'm gonna just teleport there. You know what I mean? You just gotta be able to be
you at least gotta be able to keep a motherfucker off you. You know what I'm saying? That's bare minimum. You gotta be able to keep a motherfucker off you.
My girl carries around a taser, and she has a knife as well that she carries around with her.
And that's the
Hey, get that, ain't that, and also those are all good things to have, but to have that's you got to be hand-to-hand combat.
Right.
Pepper spray and mace goes a
too,
long way. You know what I'm saying? That shit go a
that's
long
a
way,
fact.
bro. Stay
That's
the
a
fuck
fact.
from don't stay the fuck from around me.
That's a fact.
You acting aggressive. You get 3-5 feet. Back up.
And to be honest with you, Ox, they have there's a lot of women that have been doing that since, you know, it's been a occurring thing with a lot of sexual assault and things of that nature. What they've been doing is the girls have been selling like those inconspicuous like bags that is shaped as something else, like a comb knife, whatever. They got taser packs. So if you got your local, you know, it's on IG.
The tasers that look like your
lip gloss or thing like that. Yeah, it's tough, super tough. So get your people's that, you know, if you got to, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Shit though, let's I know that I got us off schedule with that, you know, talk about that, but I had to bring it up because I saw that.
That's insane.
Yeah, that was also real quick though, because Tex, you brought up that the police were 2 stories above. That shit just tripped me out. Still tripped me out. The subway, how deep that shit is crazy. But I remember I was in Queens. Me and Ron was on Queens. We standing outside. Just I can't remember, was eating something. All of a sudden, I just felt something. Heard something. I'm looking around like, yo, where the fuck is that at? You know what I'm saying? I look down like, oh shit. I'm sure that shit was, you know, but go ahead though, Deza.
Yeah. So we got
this is illegal in New York.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it is.
Hey, shout out Sturdy. Sturdy from New York.
That's another Brooklyn. That's Brooklyn in the house.
He's from East Coast. Somewhere in the.
I thought Sturdy was from Brooklyn.
Because the Sturdy be knowing a lot of stuff about tri-state area stuff. So he probably around the area.
I'm positive Sturdy from Brooklyn. I'm positive Sturdy from Brooklyn.
Context. That's your next door neighbor,
crazy
dog.
Too, because Sturdy in Brooklyn is like a term, like, so it's crazy. If you're from the town, I wouldn't be surprised.
Sturdy with it.
Sturdy, well, sturdy means being on point, like, you know what I mean, situated. You know what's going on, you're aware, and it's for crazy because Sturdy really be on point with stuff. So
that's why he call himself that. Okay, it's all coming to light now. Okay, Tex. Okay, we get it.
So with the culture, right? We gonna get into some quick hits. I'm just gonna list off a few topics, and whichever one y'all feel like commenting on, y'all can, you know, comment at the end.
You're gonna comment on everything, Deslo. You know us.
Right. So Kanye West. Kanye West had an interview.
Just mute my mic just in case.
Kanye West had an interview with Big Boy, where he talked about his faith being tested after being canceled online during his era. That was a very touching interview where he spoke about, you know, how sometimes you need to just take your faith into your own hands. You know, God isn't going to do everything for you. So that was it was an enlightening interview from him. If anybody wants to check it out, Big Boy Neighborhood is the Instagram where you can find Big Boy's radio show. Meek Mill says that he's ready to get into the podcasting game. He tweeted out, I'm not sure why, but I'm not sure if anybody wants to hear Meek Mill yelling into the mic for an hour. But you know, maybe that.
I'm here for that. I'm here for that. I'm here for that, Tex.
Real quick. Remember when Dave Chappelle had that skit and he said to himself, yo, nobody asks themselves, I wonder what Ja Rule thinks. Nobody cares. I'm gonna keep a band with you. Meek Mill, at the end of the day, bro, there's gonna be a couple of situations where you're gonna get lit and you're gonna give commentary. But I'll be honest with you, nobody really cares what Meek Mill thinks about the culture.
Well, we thought, but with that being said, Tex, I thought I was feeling the same way. Like, for instance, Jeff T. Don't nobody give a fuck about what Jeff T think, but then come to find out,
you got an interesting
Jeff T dope with the podcast shit, bro. All the hoopers, bro. Of all the hoopers, except for my niggas KG and Paul Pierce, of course. Except for them two, yo, Jeff T clears, bro. Jeff T clears. Right. Like Paul George should be cool too. He be having some cool interviews and all that. Y'all know how I feel about Gilbert Arenas shit. Jeff T go crazy, but I fuck with Jeff T.
By the way, Sturdy
doing
said
it.
that
He doing
Sturdy
it.
said that he lived in all 5 boroughs except for
But he
Staten
was
Island.
born in Orlando. So technically,
But
where
born in
you
Orlando.
so what does that make you from, Sturdy? Like if somebody was like, "Where you from, Sturdy?" What would
Yeah,
you
where
say?
you
"Oh,
from,
I'm
Sturdy?
Yeah, what would you say? Because if you born in just because you born in Orlando, don't mean you claim Orlando as your hometown or whatever. We just curious, Sturdy. We ain't trying to pressure or nothing.
No, we pressing you, nigga. New
Oh
York
shit!
Times.
Well, Chicago pressing you. You know how Chicago
I'm
niggas
pressing
be. Man.
You know
Nah,
how
facts,
Chicago niggas be
Jeff
crazy.
Teague is hilarious though, bro. You right, Sturdy. Like I trip off Jeff Teague. When he told that story about
Yeah, Jeff Teague is dope.
about
I
T-Mac,
keep it a band with you. Yeah.
that T-Mac story, bro,
Nah.
that
Oh
T-Mac story was
yeah.
hilarious.
Yo, that T-Mac story is comedy, son. That T-Mac
Man.
story is when he went to the Hawks, when he ended up in the Hawks, yeah, that was mad funny.
Yeah,
That was
and
then,
but
I'm not gonna front. Jeff Teague is definitely.
That's just one funny T-Mac story I've heard. The other, did y'all hear the other one when because remember Adidas used to be, man, it was T-Mac, Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett, who else did they have? Damn, it was 2 other dudes. I can't remember. Was it Chauncey Billups and one more cat? I can't remember who it was at the time. But they was telling the story when they was in there about to be there for hella long taking pictures, and T-Mac was like, "Nah, nigga, y'all got 5 pictures." I hear that. I hear that camera. Like this. I think this was KG and Tim Duncan telling the story. Like, yo, he told the people at Adidas, like, nah, like when I hear that camera click 5 times, I'm out. Like
5 is crazy. And at that time,
hey,
he had that, you know what I mean? He had that juice where
right.
that was gonna go. That was going.
This had to be like. Oh, was it Gilbert Arenas? Yeah, it was Gilbert Arenas because he was with
Gilbert
Arenas.
Yeah,
Gilbert Arenas was the one who was telling. Yeah, it was. I knew it was Chauncey, but okay, it was Gilbert. Yeah, I think Gilbert was it Gilbert telling the story or was it KG telling the story?
I think it was Gilbert because this is when it went to China, right? This is when it went to China.
I think so.
Yeah.
So but Gilbert like, yo, KG and Tim Duncan was ready to be there for hours doing whatever they was told to do or asked to do. T-Mac came in there like, y'all tripping, bro. Like, we gonna be he said nah. He said, nah, we gonna be here for 5 pictures and we out.
That's a fact.
That's some T-Mac shit to do, bro.
Right, controlling the situation for sure. But I don't know about the
whole
Max.
That's why Max is your favorite hooper. That's why.
I think the Meek thing is got to wait and see. It's a wait and see if it's to shine a light on, you know what I mean, like artists from Philly. I think that would be a dope thing. I think that would be amazing. Like you got Cypher or something like that, and along those lines and stuff like that, and you kind of in that pocket. Cool. Everything else, when you commentating, like I don't know, it comes across because there's gonna be a lot of contradictions. There's gonna be a lot of, well, we're gonna look up, see what's going on over there. You know what I mean? So be prepared, son, because you've been the running joke for a lot of heads. You don't want to add more fuel to the fire. You might want to stay in your lane. You know what I mean?
All publicity is good publicity. You know what I'm saying? Like when you to me, my thing is if I you know what I'm saying, if I'm not playing for both teams and I know I'm not playing for both teams, but I'm famous and shit, and motherfuckers is tripping off some shit that's not true, I don't give a damn. Like I'm about to use this buzz. You got to use that momentum. Like it's all show business at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. It's all smoke and mirrors. That's a fact. That's definitely a fact.
Right.
For sure.
Maybe he can get an exclusive. He can call in old boy. Y'all know who old boy AR at. Maybe he can get an exclusive. Like, yo, call in.
Yo, I thought you was gonna say exclusive with who, son?
No, Tex, I wasn't going there, Tex.
Hey, that would be
going there.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie.
Usher, what you doing? No. What are you doing with Russell Simmons and Bali, Usher? What are you doing? What are you doing?
Just hanging out, man. Rich niggas spending money, man. No big deal.
I guess. How ironic.
If Meek gets that exclusive though that y'all talking about, that's gonna be his most watched.
The AR?
No,
we talking about Russell and Usher and Diddy?
No. Oh, yeah, the third person that you said, yeah. But if he gets that,
get them all, bro. Now you can't. I'm not just doing.
That's gonna be his most watched episode.
Not just Diddy. I need Diddy, Russell Simmons, and Usher.
Speaking of, all right. So last quick hit. Drake was spotted with Lotto's sister. Uh,
That's not
who?
news, Dezo. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah, for sure,
Just because it was Drake.
for sure, for sure.
Yo,
For sure.
look at
But the thing
no.
is, right?
Yo, Dazzle
The thing
gotta
is,
be
right?
worse than Lakers media cartel. What's happening, son? Did
I
you
am.
just tell us
I'm.
he was
I'm the.
spotted with Lotto's sister, bro?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yo,
sir.
what is this?
You're
Dezo, we
sick. You're
TMZ
sick.
now?
Yes, sir.
Dezo, are we
DMZ. That's what
TMZ
it's called.
now?
DMZ,
The
bro.
the
DMZ, son. Break media. I don't know what the Z stands for.
so
Zesty.
so
I don't know.
the funny
I don't
so
know.
the funny thing is about this story, right? Is that so Drake just dropped a song with Four Bats, right? Where he was talking about what kind of water are they serving in Clayco. Lotto herself posted a picture of a bottle of water from Clayco. So that added more fuel to the fire of this rumor. But also Lotto has also been rumored to be dating 21 Savage for years now. They both have tattoos of each other's names on the back of
What?
their necks, right? Or the back part of their ears. And it's crazy because it's like they've been
you laughing through the pain. Look at her. She's
but
smiling through
the crazy thing is they've been rumored to be dating for like years and nobody has been able to confirm it. They haven't came out and said anything about it. They haven't even talked about it in their
21,
songs.
21 need to come out and be like, y'all don't need to worry about where I lay my wood. Mind your business.
Facts. But the thing is, it's just crazy how two famous people can like really hide the fact that they're dating each other for that long, you know.
Man,
Because-
fuck that nigga, man. I don't need to come get with a real nigga.
Yo, hating is crazy. Hating is crazy. Nah, on top of that too, like you know how this goes. Like there's a lot of industry, you know, planting it. Not like in my opinion, sometimes it could be genuine, but sometimes it could be like, you know, industry just letting them rock or putting them together, giving hints here and there. This might need a boost for this this audience. This might need a boost for this audience. You know what I'm saying? And to be fair, like at these, especially at this juncture, is in my opinion. I mean, why would it make sense for them to be dating? Like they're both doing well as single artists. I don't think it's. I don't know. It just to me that it's pointless and unnecessary to even like speculate. Because it's like,
yeah, it's a weird pairing.
Their audience is not even couples. Their audience is like about being young, wild, and free. You know what I mean?
Facts.
So why would you bog each other down with?
Damn, that's Lotto's sister.
Fire like that.
She
yeah,
nice.
Lotto's sister. Yeah,
she ain't fucking. She ain't fucking with Lotto, but she bad though.
Okay.
You
know whose platform I actually do enjoy? Speaking of real quick, just to touch back on the platform, Lil Boosie's daughter, Poison Ivy. She has a dope plan for the debut where she has unsigned artists or I guess upcoming artists, and they're just you know what I mean. She gives them a little interview. It's not too much, but she focuses on the music. It's super fire, man. She gets some great artists that performs there, man. Shout out to Poison Ivy, and she can rap too. She can rap.
That's her name, Poison Ivy.
Yeah, Poison Ivy.
Okay. I've seen her. I've seen her a couple of times. I heard her freestyling and shit a few times. She dumping.
But now she got a platform where she's giving other people the shot. So that's super dope on her.
Look at this. Look at the comments. Miguel and Tank calling us TMZ. You see what you did? That's all.
Nasty work. Nasty work.
So let's get on.
No. He's DMZ. We're not TMZ.
DMZ.
He's DMZ.
DMZ is crazy. So let's go to some official news then. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just run down basically some movie news that I got real quick. Among Us is scheduled to have a animated series coming out pretty soon. And and I'm not gonna lie, they're going crazy with the casting. It's an animated series. So it's not gonna be live action, which is thank God for that, because I would hate to have seen a live action Among Us series. I ain't gonna lie to you. But they got a great cast coming in. Randall Park from Always Be Maybe Me. Always Be My Maybe, actually. And Fresh Off the Boat. Yvette Nicole Brown from Community and The Odd Couple. Elijah Wood from the Lord of the Rings trilogy. And Wilford. And Ashley Johnson from The Last of Us and Blind Spot. will all be lending their voices to this animated adaptation of the popular online game. The series doesn't have a release date yet, but they are working with CBS to try and put it into development. So that's gonna be it's gonna be some. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of excited for that because I feel like the vibe of that with that casting, what that casting's telling me is that it's gonna be funny, because you don't get Yvette
It-
Nicole Brown and and Randall Park for it to be serious. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
I
I
think it's
think
gonna
it's
be.
So I played the
Well,
I
shut the
played
door.
Among Us with like with Dub and the rest of the guys, and I'm not gonna
Mhm.
front. That is probably it's probably the most like how can I describe it? Like it's hilarious to play because if you have good enough characters and you have people that are like good at what they do, it's like gaslighting. It's like gaslighting to like the 10th degree. I'm not gonna hold you. It gives you a headache
Yeah.
at the end of the day if you're playing with the right people because
Right.
people are
Yeah.
manipulative. Like it's insane. So I it's kind of funny to see how the big wigs are biting off of content creation. It's
Hmm.
really interesting to see.
Yeah.
This is like between that, the exposure documentaries, like because I know the ID show, that dark side of the kids shows, TV shows, is premiering today. But that's been all throughout YouTube where everybody's doing their own, documentary style, exposing this, exposing that. It's just funny to see how all of a sudden they just steal it from the content creators and basically doubling down on it.
Yeah, my
No creativity.
sons just came in here. I'm like, y'all knew it was a Among Us game coming out. That was like, oh yeah, all right, I moved show. They're like, oh yeah. We saw the trailers. I didn't even know it was coming. That's what's up.
Yeah, nah. That show was that. I mean, that game was a little intense for me. I'm not gonna hold you. I was.
Yeah,
I still
right.
never
fascinated.
played
That
it.
should be
I
fascinating.
still never got a chance to play it.
Yeah, the thing is, like, it kind of popped off in 2020 during the pandemic. Like, the pandemic was
Okay.
a great setting for it too, because everybody was inside, everybody was on edge. So why not play a game that's where you inside and you on edge? You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
So
You're right.
it was a perfect time for it. But yeah, so moving on. Last thing I wanted to hit on was a Party Next Door. Party Next Door reveals that his newest tape, P4, which is the next in his long series of Party Next Door tapes, will arrive April 26th. He released a new single for it called "Real Women," this last Friday, and I ain't gonna lie, man. Party Next Door back in his bag, man. He's back in his bag.
Yo, why you party, son? You picked the worst time to drop music, bro. Why you didn't do it in the fall? So we could have had something for the
Why is this the
joints.
worst time?
Yeah, but
April 26th is like a
yeah,
weird date,
Party Next Door music is not outside music. It's not outside music. That's inside vibes. You feel me? Don't get me wrong. Nice little lounge joint. It's cool. Don't get me wrong.
Okay.
But it's really for the crib. It's really for the crib. House party, little events, that type of vibe. You feel what I'm saying? And you just be because come on, man. I'm not man. But shout out to Party Next Door. You know what I mean? I'm
Shout out to Party, man.
I like his music, man. Shout out to Party Next Door.
Just in case y'all, just in case y'all, anybody that's watching right now, if you don't know, the bozo that started the we done with the 90s movement is gonna be on the panel today. So y'all make sure to
what? Yeah. Dang, that's crazy.
Done with the 90s. Garbage.
I gotta tap into the show.
I'm done with the 2020s. I hope Chilltown cook his ass.
But yeah, that's it for the culture, man. Big Ox.
Where's your left hand at? Where y'all left hand at? Go ahead.
Okay, so let's get into some things, y'all. Y'all ready for this? Where should I start? Let's start with Hurts. Let's start with Hurts. Try to cool the one before that. I'm just reading the comments, y'all. My bad. Okay.
No, you good.
So Hertz CEO resigns after electric vehicle push goes bust. So basically, the CEO of Hertz, he took over. What the fuck? Okay, ad just popped up. So in January, Hertz announced in financial filings that it had made the strategic decision to sell approximately 20,000 electric vehicles from its U.S. fleet, or about 1/3 of its global electric vehicle fleet, instead of investing in gas-powered cars. So um, last month, Hertz announced its biggest quarterly loss since 2020 after its decision to pivot away from electric vehicles. Uh, well, so the CEO he joined Hertz as the company was emerging from bank.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And he came from Goldman
Mhm.
Sachs. He
Mm.
came from
Mhm.
Sachs. So, he was innovative. They thought he was going to be, pretty much change the company around. Like I said, they were just coming out of bankruptcy. Um, but
Mhm.
it didn't work the way he thought it was. So basically, he wanted to pivot the company into going electric. So he started grabbing a bunch of electric cars, thinking that this was going to be the best way to go. And come to find out, it's hard. It was costing them a lot more money. They were hemorrhaging funds because to get the electric vehicles fixed was
Mhm.
like the maintenance on the vehicles was a lot more than he expected, a lot more than they projected. And also a lot of people just weren't renting the electric vehicles. Like me, if I go to Hertz or Enterprise, like getting one of those electric vehicles has never been an option.
Why?
And like, bro, I rent, like I'm always in a rental car, bro. Like I'm always in a rental car. Because like we only first of all, I travel a lot, and on top of that, like we only got one car between me and my girl. We only got one car anyway. We had another car, but it got it's a long story. It's a long story. Y'all know, man. Y'all know I left my car down in California. Some motherfucking crackhead stole my car. It was an old Toyota. Anyways, that's a story from another day.
That's
We'll talk about that.
crazy. Nah,
Crazy,
that's a
crazy.
crazy story.
crazy. We'll talk about. But either way, I wasn't driving that car anyway. So basically, what I'm saying is like I'm always in a rental car. Like, bro, like I have three weeks out the month. I'm in a rental car, and I'm saying that to say that I've never once been to Hertz, Avis, or Enterprise and been like, you know what? Give me that electric joint.
Yeah, give me that electric short.
Like, nah. Like what? I'm not gonna be pulling over, charging this motherfucker. No, it just doesn't make any sense. Like, so I can see maybe if you touch down in the city like for a day and maybe you want to Turo something.
Yeah.
Maybe I can see that. I can see that, but if you're gonna get a car for an extended amount of time, and I consider that to be 4+ days, like a electric vehicle is never an option. So I don't understand what he was thinking. But it came back to bite him in the ass, and he has been told he's going to resign. It says here that he will. My bad. Where was it? He will be replaced. He will be replaced by the former COO of Delta Airlines and General Motors.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know what that person's
Man,
name.
it's like a coaching carousel for these big major companies.
Automotive, aviation, and automotive is insane to go from two different.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well,
wow.
like just like Desmond was saying though, like it's kind of like CEOs and COOs, like CFOs and stuff. They just bounce around from company to company. Like I used to be the CEO of this, and now I'm the CEO of that.
In the
like,
music industry.
Yeah, right, exactly. It's just like if once you're in that corporate world, you just go corporate to different companies and stuff, But yeah, so that's news, y'all. Like, so I wanted to really choose that topic today because I want to know, like, is electric vehicles not what is it not what we thought it was going to be? Like, is it not extra convenient? Is it not the new wave yet, or what's up?
It's not the new wave yet, but I feel like mostly because a lot of people don't trust new electric vehicles yet. A lot of people don't trust, especially with the whole thing, like the whole rumor, like NASA is going to be shutting down like electric car, like because they said that they can shut down your car at any minute. Oh, like you can't be in full control of your vehicle with an electric car. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
they have it's a lock safe thing. I forgot what the name of it. It's like a lock safe thing where it can shut down just like to prevent like overheating, crashing, falling asleep, things of that nature.
But just off that alone, I'm like, bro, I'm good. Like I'm gonna just stick to. If anything, I'll just get like a eco-friendly car. You know what I'm saying? I'll just get an
Yeah,
eco-friendly car. That's
get
the
a
only thing. Yeah,
hybrid. Get a
yeah.
Yeah,
That's
hybrid.
what I.
Just get a Prius. Like,
I'm not gonna get a Prius. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna go that far. But but
y'all don't fuck with Prius? I like the Prius.
bro, I've never fucked with Priuses, bro. There's two. I'm
Well,
No,
I'm
I
a six.
didn't, but I didn't.
I'm
I got
6'2",
older.
you know what I'm saying? I can't fit in a Prius.
Right.
I
Most
like Shaq.
important, you know what I'm
It look
saying?
like them
But
Shaq Dior commercials.
I can fit the Prius. They got, you just sit it back. Just can't nobody see behind you. That's all.
It's just you in the car. It's just you in the car. maybe if you're lucky, you might be able to feel one more person right next to you. But other than that, it's a dub. It's a dub for you. That's nasty work. And I agree. To a certain extent, like this looks like it's more headache than convenience. To be honest with you, they try to put They try to put like a charging site in the projects. Like they was like, oh, because the projects never had luxury, so we're gonna put. What are you, Mayor Adams? What you thought that was gonna do, bro? You thought people was gonna applaud that? Everybody's booing that, bro. You don't.
Well, what if people got electric? He just setting the infrastructure up for the future. Tex, what's wrong with the
No. There's people. Ox. There are people that are living hand and foot to check, eating ramen and boiled Vienna sausages, and you telling me you gonna put someone? No, that's a walking lick. You know how long does it take for a charging station? At least 30 minutes.
About 45.
I think somebody that stand there or that thing. What you think is gonna happen, bro? What you think is going to
Well,
happen?
I'm saying if you an outsider, but I'm saying like say because eventually that's supposed to be the move to where you don't got to have a certain amount of money to have an electric vehicle. It's going to be like a common everyday thing. So you could be from the projects. You could be in there. It's like, nigga, I'm from here. I'm pulling up, I'm charging my car. You know what I'm saying? Like that's all. That's all I'm looking at it.
Well, I think there's too much cost in the front end for it to work out. Now, like you said, maybe in the future, like in the far future, but as far as for right now, United States is making too much money. Their main focus of money right now is their energy source and manipulating the energy costs and things of that nature. That's why you see there's wars over here, wars over there. The ability to have fossil fuels and an energy source and be able to hold it over somebody else's head, that's a strong chip for United States. So for the whole country to like get involved and say, yo, we're going to try to switch to a whole new energy source, you lose a major power chip that United States has, especially with the situation that's happening with China, with Russia, things of that nature. That's a big energy. That's a big chip on the table that United States still kind of has under their thumb, which is the weapons and the fossil fuels as an energy source. You know what I'm saying? So that's one of the things why I think there's going to be a lot of pushback and the logistics of, you know what I'm saying, like making sure that, setting up stations in all these places. You know what I'm saying? You know how much place, especially in New York, it's going to be a hassle to have all these people driving and things like that. That's why you see there's way more bikes in heavily congested cities. City Bike has I don't know if it's like that in the yacht states, but there's a lot of major corporations that's partnering with cities so that way they can have bike lanes, things of that nature, and kind of focus towards electrical bikes versus electrical vehicles. You know what I mean? So
that makes sense.
I think that's going to be a far in the future idea. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Before we get up out of here, because I'm gonna have to shut in a couple minutes, I want to touch down on the next topic, which we've been following. We've been following this, what's going on in Haiti. So looting is on the rise in Haiti. Among the victims is UNICEF and Guatemala's consul. Apparently, the United States has sent some troops down there to protect the United States embassy so that the higher officials there don't have to leave. But this is what the topic I really want to touch on is that the violence has left Haiti's government in a state of turmoil and prompted Prime Minister Ariel Henry to pledge that he will resign, which, as we all know, has been a key demand of the gangs. So, I mean, hey, I guess they're getting what they wanted. So first the U.S. is saying like they can't, they shut down the airport in Port-au-Prince. Port-au-Prince. Thank you, Tex.
Mhm.
They shut down the airport in Port-au-Prince, but the other city up north, the U.S. is saying that maybe if you can get there safely, that they'll be able to fly you out if you're an American citizen. But they're also saying that if you're gonna have any issues getting there, just you better off just staying where you're at and just waiting it out. But the main thing is the prime minister is saying that he will resign. So I guess they're kind of going to give in to the demands of the gangs and whatnot. So, yeah. Well,
I mean, like I said, it's still a smoking mirror trick, to be honest with you. But you know, for the most part, at least they got that bozo out of, because he wasn't really doing anything. He was just, to be honest with you, he was just a figurehead that was being able to get maneuver around. So I mean, I guess that's good in that aspect. But now what you're doing is that they're gonna put someone else in to play. You know what I mean? There's gonna be, because the idea is not to make it look like Haiti's lawless. That's what the idea is, to not make it so. I mean, hopefully,
it's a little late. It's a little too late for that.
Well, yeah, that's the issue. The issue is this has not been a thing of form of trying to get Haiti under control. It's not that. They're cool with Haiti crashing out. They're cool with that. They will be cool with just letting Haiti crash out, self-destruct on its own, and then pick up the remains and profit off whatever. If you guys know, bauxite is one of probably their top minerals that's there, and that is also used to make aluminum. So they have a large concentration in there. They have a large concentration. Like I said, most of the minerals that's in Africa is also in Haiti. So I wouldn't be surprised if one of these plays is in that aspect. Just let Haiti crash out, and we'll pick up the remains and come look like we're saving grace, basically. You know what I mean? And if you're in the inside looking out and you see somebody comes in and it provides you with some form of structure, you're gonna be like, oh well, at least they're looking out for our benefit. You know what I mean? So, like I said, is it good in the short term? I guess. Yeah, you're getting that bozo out of there, but in the long term, it's a smoking mirror trick in my opinion. Also, I wanted to before you dip, I wanted to have a conversation with you because you didn't get to really chime in on the whole TikTok thing. Dezo had the graveyard shift, and he had a sit down with a couple of the guys. Dezo and I kind of chopped it up about it, but a couple of things kind of came across my desk during the weekend that I wasn't too aware of. I heard the rumblings, but now there's been proof and documentation in regards to the FBI saying that TikTok is
shit. Text. I can't right now. We're gonna have to touch on Monday or Wednesday. I gotta go right now.
All right,
Okay.
baby. Do you think?
All right, shit. All right, sir.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, what was that about?
Oh yeah. So yeah, there was some stuff that came across my table. And I actually had a conversation with one of my cool people that he used to do military telecommunications. So he ended up having a great job, ended up working for like Bank of America, the cyber security for them and everything. So he was pretty well renowned in creating software, creating apps, things of that nature. Just cybersecurity. He's very what's the word I'm looking for? He has a high aptitude in technology, computers just in general. And he was explaining to me that TikTok was it's a spyware app in a sense, where it's one of that thing where, remember that app that was making people's faces, you could put people's other faces on your face. It was a Russian app. It was a Russia app.
Yeah.
It's kind of along in that line where it's like it's a biometric
Okay.
it's a biometric spyware app where it reads, basically how all these apps track your likes, your dislikes, but more in depth, way more in depth. The reason why you'll see that the algorithm will go a certain way is because it's studying your patterns. You know what I mean? And it's providing not only that, those patterns, is providing it. What the issue is that it's providing it to another country. So now another country can build a profile just like you. You know what I mean? Like,
right, it can copy your whole.
It can literally copy your whole, electronic
likeness.
Footprint.
Yeah,
likeness, things, and people wouldn't be. For example, let's say, it can mimic. Let's say it would be able to steal so much data that someone can create you in China digitally. So
Right.
that way, you know what I mean? And then basically, spread misinformation about you, use it for their own evil deeds or whatever the case may be. So there is an underlying tone that I wasn't aware about. And it's kind of insane. I'm not gonna front. Like, the more that I was hearing about this from somebody that has experience in that technology world, and especially in cybersecurity, things of that nature, he said that it was doing more harm than good. It was under the disguise of spreading, information, things of that nature. And to be fair, I don't have TikTok. I don't have TikTok. I was never a TikTok person. I didn't really. My girl, I have there was more in the women side of my family and the younger kids that were, TikTok for little dances, things like that. And he was also telling me that it also was a catch-22 of grooming little kids. It was kind of in that roadblocks, like
it was a lot of weird
especially for
stuff.
little
It's a lot of
kids,
weird
like
stuff on
you
TikTok. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Like, I didn't know. Like, I just thought that if you like sports, it's gonna show you a whole bunch of sports things. You know what I mean? Like, it's like YouTube algorithm. But because there's so much, there's no filters. It's like the least filtered of the social media programs. That there was so much other things that can fall into the algorithm compared to YouTube, where they're kind of skimming and things like that. So for me, the reason why I was saying it was for cause for pause was because that I was noticing that on IG, on YouTube, on all of these bigger platforms, that they were shadow banning people. You weren't seeing certain things, notifications when you were getting. I was seeing that these things in certain information channels, that they were getting all of these negative things. So the whole idea from a grand scheme, I was trying to say, try to get also your information not only from I looked at TikTok as it being the pointer. It can point you into the direction. I didn't look at it as a stay all be all. You know what I mean? Like that's not the case, and I don't want it to come across that way. Obviously, you gotta do your due diligence, and especially people that got kids and people that got younger siblings, stuff like that. Just pay attention to what they're watching as well. You know what I mean? We've had this conversation for time, but TikTok, it being such a wild, wild west, you got to be diligent in knowing where the people are getting their information from. However, I looked at it as, if it's something that is going to point me into the direction, at least it's a foot in the right direction. If you they may not be giving you concrete evidence for something. However, they're gonna do something that you're not seeing with YouTube, you're not seeing with Facebook, you're not seeing with IG, where they're pointing you out to certain things. And then from there, you can look at it on yourself and do your own independent research. Always do your own independent research. I'm not saying, use TikTok, YouTube, all these things as information hub, even Google to a certain extent. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't use them as information hubs. You know what I mean? Like, do your digital, look at second source channels, look at third channels. If you got to read a book, go read a book. You know what I'm saying? That's the real thing. Go read a book. You know what I'm saying? And also there are other smaller programs like Kick, like Rumble, like there's another one. I forgot what was the name of it. When I find out, I'll shout them out. But there are smaller programs that are giving the free information out. You know what I mean? Is a little bit more lenient on what's being spread. So you know what I mean? Like, I got some stuff that came across my table, and we're gonna have another conversation about it in the graveyard shift. But to be fair, I am not so I give cause to pause when people are kind of like crashing out for TikTok, saying, yo, push this, push that, push this, push that. And to be fair, I will talk to one person that is a TikTok creator. You're not really getting that much compared to the other channels, even though you are getting a little bit more, but they are tricking people into making it seem like you can have a career off of this. And I think that's what is kind of like that Black Mirror effect, where people feel like, well, I don't have to invest in a skill. I don't need to invest in a talent. I don't need to invest in putting in real work. You know what I mean? I could just be a content creator. And, we see that right now. Everybody has a podcast. Everybody's doing this. Everybody's
Everybody
doing
and their
that.
moms, bro.
and they're just
Crazy.
relying on trying to create content when half of y'all people are not entertaining, you're not informative, and you don't got no motion outside of what you're trying to do. You know what I'm saying? So
So
my
they
thing
resort,
is
and the people who don't got talent, they resort to doing crazy shit for the attention,
for
you know?
clout. Right,
Yeah.
right. For clout currency is gonna evaporate. There was just one girl, I think we talked about it. She went to Texas, she quit her job, she had 3 kids, and she said, "Yo, I want to be a TikToker." What? What are you doing? No. That's not the name of the game. The name of the game is
It was one guy on TikTok who got famous for literally like going in people's houses uninvited. Like he would just walk into people's houses, or like he would rally up a group of his fans to like go rob a store or something. And it was like, bro, what are y'all doing, bro?
right.
Y'all are really crazy. Easy. If you still in the chat, bro, come up here, dog. I got another topic that I'm gonna bring up after this. So and I want your opinion on it. So come up here.
Yeah. So, but nah, man, it's unfortunate that people have been tricked out the bag. And like I said, I'm not a person that's been on TikTok. I don't frequent it. I've heard so much people rave about it, of how it's opened up a platform, whether it be for them, you know what I mean, whether it be for their peoples, things of that nature, and it's opened a lot of eyes. And I think just the exposure part about it, I think that's the good part about it. But if it's, there's no such, like, if it's, this is the way I look at it. It's kind of like something being funded by blood money. You know what I mean? Like if there's a thing where it's scraping people's ID and scraping things and doing malicious things with that, especially with another country that is trying to have an economic war with the United States, yeah, I'm gonna give cause a pause too. You know what I mean? Like, I can't give you the benefit of the doubt if we're economically beefing with this country, and this country has our information, can get the dollar on us, knows what our consumers want. It's give me cause for pause. You know what I mean?
What up, Easy? How you feeling, man?
Yo, what up, Dezo? Yo, Tex, what up? You already know. Salute, gang. Y'all doing good things right here.
Salute, man.
Hashtag
Appreciate it. So I wanted to bring up this last topic real quick, right? And my girl brought this to my attention last night. Tyson Foods. Have y'all heard the story about Tyson Foods, bro?
No.
Which one? Which one?
So Tyson Foods, the people who make chicken and all that.
Chicken nuggets and all that.
The TV dinner, right? The TV dinner,
yeah, something like that. Shoppers are starting to boycott Tyson Foods because the company has decided to close down their plants in Iowa and other locations, leaving thousands of Americans without a job, right? And instead of hiring, they're firing a lot of their American workers to hire the migrant workers that are coming in. So Tyson think they fucking slick, bruh. They know what they doing. Tyson's gonna fire all these American workers who probably have been there for a long period of time. They probably worked their butts off. They're probably getting paid more to hire these migrant workers who they're gonna pay pennies and dimes to. They are not gonna pay these people what they probably deserve. They're gonna pay them just enough for them to get by. So I want to get y'all opinion on that real quick.
So hold on, Tex, real quick. So let me just have a rebuttal question to that point, right? You're saying they're gonna get paid pennies on the dollars. You don't think they have enough awareness and intelligence from wherever they came from to demand the same rate that we get it?
See, the thing is, right? They came to this country just for an opportunity, you know. So to some of them, some of them are probably going to be like, yo, this is fucked up. Like, why y'all not paying us what we're owed? But some of them are probably going to be content with just getting, because it's going to be more money than they were making when they were in the position that they were before this, you know. Anything will be a blessing to them, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's just to go even further with it, right? They've already has about 42,000 immigrants on the team. So they've already hired 42,000, bro. like that's nuts.
This is mad funny. This is mad
so
funny. It's not funny, but it's hilarious to me. It's not funny, but it's
just nuts, bro. It's nuts. Like this is
But
the
I
craziest
mean,
part.
but that's what you
Crazy.
see. That's kind of my point right there, though. Because if you already hired so many immigrants, it's kind of it's really unrealistic to have one set of workers you bring in and you pay. Well, when you say pennies on the dollars, I'm thinking like, all right, let's just say like I'm throwing out numbers right here, right now, real quick. So like, let's just say like the workers were before was getting paid $15 an hour, but now you bring them migrants and you pay them probably like 10 or 7. That's a
Mm,
huge wage gap discrepancy, especially
mm,
when you already have immigrants on your team already. So unless you're paying them pennies on the dollars too to bring in a new set of people, I mean, like when you put people in a work environment, things are gonna happen. Information is gonna get spread around, and people gonna find things out. So in time, these migrants will find out that you're making a high pay, even though you're putting more work on their shoulders. So I
mm,
mean, listen, I understand it's migrants, and you probably could do something with them. Like you could probably take advantage of their rights and their freedom and their intelligence, but it only takes a few people to whistleblow or raise the alarm, throw some smoke in the air to bring your whole bullshit down on you. So in
mm.
that case, when you're a business now if you're planning on doing something like that, which I wouldn't recommend, but if you do plan on doing something like that, now you have to think about effectiveness. Now, what happened? These motherfuckers start snitching on us and tell them, hey, start telling like the border ed department of labors everything like that. Hey, these motherfuckers is paying us $7 while everybody else is getting 28.
And that's
What?
the thing, right?
Go ahead,
Go
Desmond.
ahead,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
context.
Well, no, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. My thing is, right, if they were able to fire all these people so easily and shut down these plants in Iowa and all that, that kind of makes me feel like they don't have a union at Tyson Foods, right? And
Okay.
and and the fact that they don't have it's fact that it's not a unionized job means that they don't have the protections that would probably make it, equal for the force. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
they can't fight back as easily. So for them, Tyson's probably like, yo, you could take it or leave it. Like we really don't need the migrant workers here, but we are willing to hire y'all if y'all come in, just for a slightly lower rate. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And I'm telling you, man, some migrants are gonna go for it, bro, because it's gonna be more money than they're
That's
gonna
a
make
fact.
anyway.
Let me give you a quick thing. To be honest with you, here's the funny part about it. This was posted January 26th that the Tyson workers were taking their first steps to unionize. How ironic, right?
Mm.
How ironic. How
That's
ironic.
funny. That's very
How
funny.
ironic.
That's
So here's the
very
deal, right?
ironic.
We had this
Yo, they got them
conversation
out of there the second they started.
immediately. They said, "What
Immediately.
y'all doing over there?" Somebody
Oh, y'all doing what?
Somebody,
Oh, okay.
some bozo thought he was cool with upper management. Thought he was cool with upper management. Thought, oh, if I say this, it's no. All you did was pass information, dry snitch like a bozo. They found out through the grapevine, and now they said, hold on, all y'all, you're out of here.
Out
All
of
y'all,
here.
you're out of here.
I
So,
need you, and you out of here. Out of here.
so here's the funny thing about it. We spoke about it before when I was saying, and this is what we talked about. In thing I said this is what the name of the game was. I said here's what the way that they're gonna allow the migrant workers to thrive. They need a new workforce. So now the idea is, right, they're pushing for people that have been here already to be more so in the crib. Oh, try to be a content creator. Try to do this. Try to do that. Well, we're gonna have a workforce out there. You know what I mean? The migrant workers. They're gonna pay hands and foot on, pennies on a dollar on, right? Meanwhile, the American population is sucked into AirPods. I mean, the Oculus joint, being a content creator in front of the thing, and they're not equipped to be physical anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So you change your labor force, right? Now you have an influx. You have another labor force when you get into the jail system, because eventually they're bringing nothing but the people that can't get jobs. They're gonna turn to the streets. You feel what I'm saying? So now you just got nothing but migrants, nothing but immigrants in the jails. What that does, you increase more racial tensions and more ethnic tensions. So now they're gonna be beef with each other. We just saw the situation that happened in New York with the unfortunately the kid that got head tapped with his own hammer. He's mad at the fact that, you know what I'm saying? He's mad at immigrants. And all he saw was, and that dude wasn't even an immigrant. That dude was born here. So now you're creating all of this in-house chaos within the people within the cities. The people don't know who to trust. They're like, damn, I might lose my job here. And then you're incentivizing not only them to go into the workforce, but into your military and your police force. So now you're gonna have immigrants as police. I heard this in LA. LAPD, they're allowing immigrants to apply. I didn't hear this in New York yet. I didn't hear
wild, bro.
But you have immigrants that being able to immediately jump off the boat, literally, and be a what? Nah, insane. You know how many crash outs happen? It's insane. Yeah. So, like I said, this is the name of the game. Tyson was also being sued for a lot of recalls, a lot of like faulty chicken, things of that nature. In my opinion, Tyson is gonna head down. And they're trying to save face by doing all these things. They're trying to scrap up as much money as they can, because overall people aren't eating Tyson like that no more. You know what I mean? Like it's one, the upcharge on Tyson is insane. And on top of that too, like cattle and poultry farms are getting burnt down. In Texas, three cattle ranches and I think 2 chicken farms got burnt down. These are farmers that are saying that we are getting incentivized to burn our own crops and our own animal farms. So what is that telling you? What is that telling y'all? You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna get insane. It's gonna get insane between the workforce. And think about it too. If you're a migrant worker, right, and they have these new ways of I wouldn't say create or manufacturing poultry, manufacturing, food for people. The migrant workers are none the wiser. They're gonna be like, whatever. You know what I'm saying? There's not gonna be people that's gonna be whistleblowing. They have no horse in the race. As long as they're getting paid, they're cool. You feel what I'm saying? Versus the people that have been here, they know like this is gonna affect my community. Damn, I'm playing a part, and sometimes it eats at their guilt. You know what I mean? So that's why you see a lot of people. They be like, "Yo, I don't want to do it. Like I'm doing it to my own people." You know what I'm saying?
And the thing is,
Guatemala, they don't care. They don't. I'm just here to collect my check, my boy.
Right.
You know what I mean?
The thing is, right? They I saw an interesting point on IG. This person said that they're doing this to bring back down the minimum wage, right? Because a lot of American workers demand a higher minimum wage because we not used to living in they want our as a society, our expectations of how we live our lives have been elevated. And so with that elevation comes, we need more money to buy more things. You know what I'm saying? These migrants aren't used to how we live our lives. They're used to how they lived their lives. You know what I'm saying? They come from humble beginnings. You know what I'm saying? They don't need these fancy refrigerators that talk to you, or these fucking toasters that toast the top and the bottom of your toast. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like they just come from humble beginnings. All they need is a nice little one bedroom or a studio. You know what I'm saying? And they'll be straight.
But
go ahead, Easy.
My fault, that's for cutting you off, bro. But
no, you good.
One of your points real quick, right? So when you say Americans demand more minimum wage, you see, this is why I think you should put a class of politics in high school to let people know what they're gonna work. I mean, more than just a class of politics, probably like a class of taxes and things of that nature in high school and things of that nature. But I want to focus on politics real quick, just to know what people are gonna walk into in life. So when you ask for higher minimum wage, you basically incentivize inflation, and now we get to where we at right now. If people still asking for a higher minimum wage, that means everything around you, the price will go up, and that's what we're seeing right now to this day, because the per capita, you can't raise minimum wage and expect to have the same price with your per capita, especially in places like New York and shit like that. So when we went from $7 to 15, the price of a McChicken went from $1 to $4.
Right.
That's the example right there. The price of your milk went from $1 to 2.25. The price of your BLT went from 3.25 to $5. Everything you know and love will keep on raising the price. And now when you think, okay, I make enough more money, but that money don't have the same spending value. And now that goes out into the country now. So now everything going to get expensive. So now when you got to make the order to bring the food to the spot for you to sell, the shipping company is going to charge you more now too. So now everything raised this price. Now it raising minimum wage
but the thing
sounds
though,
good.
Easy, real quick. The thing, and hold that point real quick. The thing about it is though, at the end of the game, it's a smoking mirrors effect though. You see what I'm saying? Like the thought process is that if we make everybody think that the cost has to go higher, then they're going to believe it. When it's really people that just want more money, the people at the top just want more money to line their pockets with. They're saying, well, if you're gonna ask for more money, we still gotta get more money. Y'all not about to get more bread and get a higher minimum wage without us capitalizing off of it as well. So let's make it make sense, right? You're incentivizing real quick, Easy. You're incentivizing the farmers to cut down on crops, right? Bang, you incentivize that. Not only that, you're putting chemicals in the air allegedly to that's also messing up the crops. Boom. So now you have to go to cost-effective methods, which is GMO, things of that nature. I saw in Tokyo they made steak out of cow shit. Literally, they made steak out of cow shit. Unbelievable. So that I'm not saying that's happening in United States. I'm just saying this is an example because of you're cutting the natural way of doing things. On top of that, you are telling people to burn their crops, to tell them to burn their cattle farms. You're telling them to kill their cattle. You can't sell the cattle to us because we're not going to buy it from you. That's what they're saying. It's not we don't want to buy it from you. You know why? Because we need to raise the property. We need to raise the value of it. There was a whole company that was hiding aluminum cans just to raise the property value of aluminum. Not to say that aluminum is gone. That's where the trick is. You dig what I'm saying? So don't get me wrong. Yes, I understand that minimum wage was necessary because, especially with the cost of living, the inflation that was happening throughout everything, it needs to get done. But that's the name of the game. That's the trick. That's the trick in it. Because here's my thing. If you're cutting costs in the manufacturing of the product, right? Let's say the shipping and handling is relatively up. Let's say it's up because transportation, to transport it here and there, maybe you're paying a slight fee in that answer. For the most part, it's mainly just your profit margin that's really taking a hit. If you wanted to take a hit, that's why inflation happens, because they don't want their profit margins to take the hit. So I have to uptick everything else so that way we still get bonuses at the end of the day. I've seen it in all facets of business. What they'll do is they will cut costs on, especially I've seen it more often in clothing. They'll reduce the value in the clothing, they'll uptick the price, and they'll cut associates, or they'll hire new associates, so that way they don't have to put the person that put in 5 years in that company, they won't have the raise that they deserve for that 5 years, and they put in pain, so they have somebody else that can do their job because it's just a utility belt. It's just a conveyor belt. Next person in, plug in, and we're seeing it in the food industry. Like you said, Tyson, or they're doing all these 20-year vet minimum, these 10-year vet these 10-year veterans out there. They're due for a raise. They're due for these pension plans, things of that nature. You're out of there. You even see it in the NBA. They get you out of there before you hit that 10-year mark, so you don't get your pension plan. You know what I mean? Like you see it in all facets. So to me, I get what you're saying, Easy, in terms of the minimum wage, yes, but that also plays into a part in controlling the quote unquote middle class. The idea is to have a big middle working class and have small, you know what I mean? Like, just have a big middle working class. So that way you can
Yo,
have a
J-Rod,
good,
fix your mic, man. Fix your mic.
Yeah, the
I'm
echo.
back in
Right.
text. Yeah.
Now,
They
go
probably
ahead, Tex.
he got a mute. Probably just got a mute. But yeah, they want a huge middle class because you want people that are blind, deaf, and dumb to what's going on around them. As long as you can keep them in a cool pocket, so we're gonna raise the minimum wage just a much, so that way you can cop some new Jordans, so that we can cop this, so that we can cop this, so you can cop the new iPhone. We're gonna give you as much as you can, so that you can spend it on the what's trendy, instead of developing into your own self, developing your own skill, development. So then you're just playing keep up all the time, just playing keep up, playing keep up. It's insane. Oh yeah, J-Rob, pull back up, gang. Pull back up, my guy. Yeah, go ahead,
Easy,
Easy.
man.
Easy was saying something. Go ahead, Easy.
Yeah, easy.
Nah, you straight, Tex. You already know that. You straight, but this is like a whole big ass topic. This gotta be like a whole fucking graveyard shift kind of topic.
Yeah, this might be a
Topic on a graveyard shift, because like this is a
That's a
whole
fact.
thing right there. Because like,
That's
Yeah,
a
that
fact.
the
I mean,
Tyson's
I can
moving
keep on
scandalous,
going.
bro. That's shit's crazy.
But I
That's a
mean,
fact.
all right, you could kind of pinpoint Tyson, but just like how Tex said, a lot of companies in the world, and not just even like food and manufacturing companies, a lot of companies throughout the world in different businesses do the same kind of practices. Like, if you want to equate it, because like, all right, just like I'm gonna use that same example. Like, all right, you see people, they would buy your poultry, but they're not gonna buy your poultry because it's a more of a method. All right, we're gonna drain you out. So either when we come back to it, your price is lower, or you have to lower your price for us to reconsider things of that nature. So like, it's a tactic of a method. The problem that I see that you're having with it is you see the big companies forcing this kind of lifestyle on the middle class, but at the end of the day, the government made it legal. So they're gonna get away with it because they know how to work the system, especially through a company. Like, I exactly know exactly what you're talking about, Tex. Like, look, and that was gonna be one of my points. Like, okay, like yeah, you got inflation going on, but like they could do things to have cost effectiveness. So now minimum wage went up, right? But now instead of 12 places available for people, now they only have 8. So 4 people just got let go. And now they got less people to come in. And now the people that's coming in, all right, before when you came in, you was basically making 815, 1850. I'm just throw out a number right there, right there. The people that's coming in making $16 now. And now they have incentivized. Okay, now if you stay with us for 1 year, we bump you up 50 cents. If you stay with us for more than 3 years now, we bump you up $1. So you got now when you have
That's the
10 years now,
finesse. There we go.
now when you're a 10-year vet now, you're looking at like, oh wow, that's crazy. I came in here, they already gave me 18, and they said like, yo, listen, man, you stay with us for 5 years, we're gonna bump you up $2. So like now you're just looking, and that's kind of like to my point with the migrants. Like to that point, people are gonna talk. I mean, they might not understand English, but they're gonna start learning, and people in that area are gonna have the same language. They're gonna communicate with you. You find things out like that, and now you cause chaos. Now we in the kind of situation that we're in right now, kind of thing. So like, I could keep on going with this, but like, I know we got.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be it's gonna be it's definitely gonna be another it's gonna be another cycle. It's gonna be another cycle of the same thing eventually. But here's the thing, and that's where there's a bit of a difference in it. They will, especially the countries. I mean, for the most part, the South American and Central American countries, because of their strong connection in that one language of Spanish, that is the holding key compared to us. Now, to be fair, we have more experience on this country, blah blah. But the ability to connect on that one language saves a lot of people trouble. And what ends up happening is the people that are already here are gonna give them the game just like that, compared to each other, where it's we have to pull each other's teeth for jewels. Not everybody's giving you jewels. You feel what I'm saying? Everybody, when and that's the unfortunately the crab is in a barrel effect. And although every ethnicity has it, every group of people have it, unfortunately, we have it probably the largest. And I'm talking about, the African diaspora that's in the United States. We have the largest crabs in the barrel because it was formed like that. The way it was set up was it was made to be like that. However, when they realize there's a certain situation, they're gonna start working together. Oh, I'm gonna do this. Oh, you do this, you do this, you do this. Look, we're gonna buy this bill. I've seen this on multiple times. There's multiple strips where you see they'll cop the whole building, and it's easier for minority groups to get small business loans if you have someone that's already established and doing the right thing. So they'll partner with that person, use that person's credit. They'll partner up, pull all their money. They'll all suffer. Listen, they will suffer for like 2 years doing bad. You know what I mean? Kids not doing good, stuff like that. You know what I mean? Kids getting made fun of. You know what I mean? They eating whatever they eating. And for those 2 to 5 years, they'll do bad and they'll just pull their money together. And what they'll do is they'll cop a 4-story crib, gut out the bottom, turn it into a grocery store. Now they have a plug that they could get free food for their family. Not free food, but discounted food for their family, right? They have a source of income. They're teaching their kids how to be business owners, and they're getting tax-free stuff for not only them but their family. So now they put their family on. It's insane. You know what I mean? They catch up quickly. It may be they're gonna get used those first 5 years, but as soon like Easy said, they have those powwows. They sit with each other and they talk and they break bread and they understand what's going on, or they make moves. If it's not their first generation, they got their kids doing something that they're gonna make moves. On top of that, too, I see where they do it. This how ill it is, and that's where, unfortunately, the laziness of our society has bit us in the ass. I see this one time, bro, where there's a whole bunch of a whole Mexican family. They got their minivan, and it's about 2 parents and maybe 5 kids. And what they do, they put 1 kid on every block when it's recycle time. And the kids go and they pick up the people's recycling. Boom. Throw it all into the thing. And then they just make trips back and forth. And they'll do that for recycle days. You know, it's not that much, but they'll go into the neighborhoods that's, you know, they're expecting to get their recycling picked up. Nobody really paying attention to them. And they doing that. I've seen Asians come from on Canal Street from my neighborhood, collecting cans, go all the way to Canal Street, go get their food at a discount. You know what I mean? Like I said, they find ways because they have a connection with each other. They can maneuver certain things. We don't even barter with each other no more. We can't trust people with it. You can't say, think about it. Can you go to let's say if your homie has a store, right? And let's say you need clothes for an interview, like, yo, I got an interview coming up, or you go to your barber, right? How many of you guys can go to your barber and say, yo, listen, I don't got it right now, but I'm about to get a new job, and he cuts you off for free? And he say, yo, when you got it, boom. It's very rare. It's very
rare because most of our relationships that we have aren't, you know, mutually beneficial. You know what I'm saying? We live in a society now where we make friends based on, like, you know, how they make us feel. You know what I'm saying? Like we vibing with them,
they could do
chilling with them.
It's a parasitic generation.
But the thing is, right? A lot of the people who make a difference in our community, we don't make friends with them. Like we just be like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? I'll catch you on the next time you cut my hair. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like
because of people in our community that's doing good, the topics that they're bringing to hand, people don't really feel like that's a ready-made immediate topic that they need to even tackle. Somebody will tell you about the crime going on in the city, but you'll be like, okay, well, I ain't got enough money to buy groceries, so talk about that. And that nigga might be focused on, like, yo, but the crime is fucking up a lot. Yeah, but I need money. You know what I'm saying? So like things like that. So like, yeah, you got people in the community doing good, but the people not gonna gravitate to the people doing good because that's not our history. But then, real quick, so one of your points, Tex, right? You just brought up the whole situation about the Mexican family opening a business, and like you have more Mexican going to the place, or like Chinatown. They coming from uptown, and like they going all the way back downtown to Chinatown to like get their food after they sold all their cans and stuff like that. My question back to you is, where is Black people safe haven? Because like how you just brought up the Chinatown, Chinese Asians, they have the Chinatown in New York to go to. So if anything, they like that's kind of like their home per se, that they know they could feel welcome, and they know, and they're recognizing everything. They feel comfortable. They feel like they're in their element. Me Spanish people, for the most part, it's kind of uptown, but they have pockets all throughout New York. You go to Bushwick, it's mainly Spanish. You go to Uptown, Washington Heights, it's mainly Spanish. You know what I'm saying? You go to the Bronx, fucking, not even Gun Hill, but like, I forgot.
South Bronx, yeah,
South
all over,
Bronx is
all
like
over.
mainly
Mm-hmm.
Spanish. You know what I'm saying? So like,
Mm-hmm.
and then when they go to their community, those kind of places, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
that community so entrenched in their race and culture that everything is really, it's not foreign to them. Everything is new. Every Spanish spot on their list, stores, everything is nothing new to them. So my question is, where's our safe haven for Black people to even get these things done? So we don't even have an established area throughout these 5 boroughs to really call like, yeah, this is the area we could get, like, same thing you talked about, like, yo, listen, man, you could
Yeah.
barter things of that nature, like you feel comfortable. Now, I'm not saying those kind of things are happening in Chinatown, but they probably still about their money. Like, yo, if you 1 penny short off, I'm still not giving it to you, but you still feel comfortable, and those items are still available to you from your community to your
Right.
community. So where do
Right.
we have to go to for that? 'Cause I brought this idea back all the way in the pandemic. Like, listen, man, when everything closed down, like for me personally, right? When the pandemic happened, all the stores around me closed down. Now, when you start looking at it, like you start to notice, like, oh, that supermarket was owned by Asians. That supermarket was owned by Asians. This fucking
Mm-hmm.
laundromat was owned by Asians. This
Mm-hmm.
laundromat was owned by Spanish people. That one laundromat was owned by a black person, but that motherfucker said he's not opening though. And then he the only one around here. So my question is,
Mm-hmm.
where do we have to go? Where's our home at? Where's our home?
It's a great question.
You want to go first? That's all. You want me to?
I mean, I'll just give my little like theory, right? My thing is a lot of people in the Black community, like the Black community gets so disrespected nowadays. Like a lot of Black neighborhoods get called the hood just because Black people live in it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
And if you do your research,
like,
if you know why it's called hood and tenement
right.
buildings and all that, like it's not because of us, not because of
The thing is,
Facts.
it'd be a lot of like I live in a pretty decent area, right? But when I go to where it's mostly Black people, like it's a lot of middle class homes and a lot of Black neighborhoods, but they just get called the hood because, you know, our skin tone lives there. But I mean, it just be normal middle class American, you know, African Americans that live there though.
You don't attribute
But
that to our behavior though, that's all? You don't attribute that to
I
our
mean,
behavior when they call the hood?
for sure. But at the end of the day, a lot of these neighborhoods, even though, like, if you go to any white trailer park, like it's crime there too.
Oh,
Like,
oh, okay,
it's
okay,
not
hold on. That's a real quick. Stay on that point. Do you think
right.
that's a fair stereotype to us that we are called the hood? Be very honest, completely 100% honest. Do
I
you think
don't
that's a fair stereotype?
I don't think it's fair for every neighborhood that we live in though. I don't think it's fair for every, just like
it's not even the United States. It's all over. It's all over
right.
where it's like this. It's all over.
Right.
UK.
And
But
just
I'm mainly paying attention to black people though. Fuck everybody else. Let's look at black people.
the thing is I understand why, like, you know, it would be called that because, you know, it's gun violence is rampant in a lot of our Black communities, but even in the communities where it's not, like, it's still called like the ghetto or the hood, or like we live in the street, like the streets, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just, I don't know, bro. It's just to put that connotation on it makes it feel like an expectation of it. You know what I'm saying? Growing up in a area,
Perception has become reality. Perception has become
exactly.
reality.
I lived on a really nice block, man. The people across the street had really nice parents, but for some reason, when I walked outside, I felt like I had to look over my shoulder because that perception of it still was like, yo, no, you live in an area where you could get messed up, and especially here in Chicago, like in Chicago, a lot of neighborhoods get tagged with that. Yo, you from Chicago? Like, whoa, like you need to be careful, dog. Like, and in reality, I was straight, bro. I got beat up once. You know what I'm saying? But who doesn't? Who doesn't get beat up once? You know what I'm saying? Who don't get beat up once?
But it's always like that. Even when you see like, so just the easiest point, like you've seen where episodes where you've seen like things on, especially online nowadays, where they have these quote unquote hood vlogs where they have people taking them through certain parts of the neighborhood, things like that, walking around with them. And every time they ask them, it's like, yo, why do you think they have a negative connotation? And they always say because of social media, because of, you know, movies, of the music, the weather kid. But it's really good, like, you know, we all about neighborhood and stuff like that. And don't get me wrong, obviously sometimes they lying, you know what I mean? Because you, of course, you're not gonna say your hood is extra dangerous. You're not gonna do all that, try to make your hood hot. I mean, obviously that should be the smart thing to do. But at the same token, I feel like it definitely has played itself into mainstream society, and now it turned into the thing where it's
yo, what's good, bro?
Yo, what's the word? What's the word, Jay?
What
It has
Hey,
turned
Rob.
into we are looked as a safari. It's kind of like it's a safari, but I want to touch it, but I don't want to touch it. I want to touch it, but I don't want to touch it. You know what I mean? Like there's this obsession, this unhealthy obsession that the rest of the world has with our culture, that they feel like they can manipulate it and make it look worse than what it is. You know what I mean? Just add extra sauce to it because they're not in it. If you're in it, you know, for example, you're in Chicago, you know how to maneuver in Chicago. We in New York, we know how to maneuver in New York. If you mind your business, 9 times out of 10, you're straight. But what ends up happening is there's so many people in one spot that's broken down, that's you know, that's mentally lost it. You know what I mean? Or going through stuff financially. They're inept. Education-wise, there's a whole bunch of contributing factors than just being in the hood. That's not a good enough, you know, thing to cast onto us.
All right, so hold on, easy. Before you go, let me get J Rob's like take on this, right?
Oh, yeah,
J Rob, I don't know if
Yeah.
you've been listening.
Yeah, no, I've been go ahead. I'm listening.
Yeah, we've been talking about how well, first we got into like the Tyson thing where Tyson's been laying off all of their American workers to replace them with migrant workers.
Right.
I don't know. What's your opinion on that? Like, do you think?
I mean, you know what's funny? It's crazy because as I'm getting older, all that democratic stuff that I thought was cool, or that some liberal ideologies that I had, and maybe really was like projected onto me when you're like, you know, I think when we're young teens and then you get like your first few years of college. But then once you start to expand, and honestly, fellas, you know, my degree is in political science. So, you know, that just going through that education in college, you know, really expanded my mind. Like, I don't identify with any political party. You understand what I'm saying? Because there's really, because I think too far one way a little evil, and then too far the other way a little evil. I think on both sides, because one side spreads damn near ignorance, and then the other one spreads damn near hatred. So, you know what I'm saying? I think there's real levels when you look at it from that. I think with the ironic thing about the immigration thing, I personally believe that it shows how America's value to the dollar is and their allegiance to the dollar over its own citizens. Because you got to remember, you can pay an immigrant worker that minimum wage, and not the minimum wage now where it's $15 an hour. Nah, there's no context. That real shit when we were 16 years old. That's $7. Yes, that's $6.
I was working at Burger King making $7.95, bro. I was pissed.
Bro,
I was pissed off.
Before I went to college, man, like, bro, my first college job, Journey's Underground at the mall, $7.50, bro. $7.50 for the $200 checks after 2 weeks of work. You feel me? Like real work, like you know what I'm saying?
Slavery, bro. Pure slavery.
Now that I look back on that shit wasn't right. Yeah, that shit wasn't right. I was 16 years old, working till 9, 10, closing down the mall, going to school the next day. Like, oh, I'm tripping. Like, this shit is outrageous.
Right.
And so ultimately, like, look, I want people to be able to have the opportunity to come here and, you know, make a life for themselves. But I also got to look at, you know, when I look at, and this may be a little too pro-black for some people, we can't get deported from the United States of America. They can't send us back nowhere. There ain't nowhere to send us. And so when we get into a situation where there's more opportunity arising for those who are not even a documented citizen, and we got people, Brittany and Daquan can't get a job making minimum wage, like a real illegal minimum wage, because there's people taking these jobs. And I understand those may argue, well, do you want them to be out in these fields picking strawberries or whatever the hell, and I'm like, I don't. Do you know that they don't want to do that? You know what I'm saying? Do you know that? You don't know how desperate somebody is for money. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know what somebody's trying to do for their bread. There are people out here who, are, leaving the system for weed charges, who are just looking for one job, like can't find one job. You don't think they trying to pick strawberries or whatever the hell it is, and I'm using the strawberries just as an example because people try to argue they don't want to do these extra handsy, hard working, laborious jobs. But I'm like, you don't know that. We're not even really offering. I don't feel like that is even projected for people to be. And so, I'm not against, people coming from other countries trying to find opportunity in America, but I am worried about this idea that you can sneak over here, get a job, and you're taking away from people who can't just be sent back to Mexico, can't be just sent back to Portugal, Europe, wherever they're from. Like, we can't be sent back. People got to remember that African Americans, we cannot be sent back nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, we are stuck at the United States of America because we don't even know where the ties of our lineage actually lead. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how hard we would have to search for the core of how our family got here. We would have to go look past that 23andMe shit. We're gonna have to go down the whole DNA rabbit hole, link yourself to this family in South Carolina, figure out who their grandparents was, what plantation they from, what boat they arrived on. It's so much shit. Like, like we so far down a different rabbit hole than the rest of our counterparts in this country, bro, that, I feel like it is a bit of a problem. This is why I'm not voting this year. I said, fuck it, I'm out. I'm out this one. I'm with the idea. Let the white folks handle this one, y'all. I don't know what to do with this one.
No, listen.
I don't know what to pick, bro. I don't know what to decide.
You had a great point.
So white folks will make decisions for us, though?
No.
I mean, they've been doing it. They've been doing it. No. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I mean, they've been doing it.
They've been doing it. They've been doing it. And this is my own thing. Until we decide the reality of it is, until we decide as a community to detract ourselves from the constructs of Republican and Democrats, and finally decide to align as our own party that aligns with our values, because the reality of it is they still need the black vote in politics. There is power to our vote, but because we so loose with our thinking, motherfuckers voting for Trump because they want a free check for a COVID, not thinking how it affects you. Now we vote for Joe Biden because we not black enough if we don't. You feel me? We so easily brainwashed with our decision.
Hey, that was some bullshit when he said that.
You know what I'm saying? We so brainwashed with our decision making. Yo, Dezo, he's on TV eating fried chicken. You know what I'm saying,
bro?
Donald Trump out here selling sneakers. You know what I'm saying? I got people on Fox. Like, I feel like sometimes I'm really living in an episode of the Boondocks, y'all. Like right now in society, I feel like I'm watching that episode. And so really, until as a community, we detract ourselves and make our own political party and really decide, like, we're going to have these core values and we're going to put all our resources behind this candidate. And this is where the black vote is going to be. And then over time, use that to have, other races of people get involved and it be bigger. That's how you I think you combat a democracy. And like black people are going to have to fund him. Go ahead. My bad, bro.
J-Rob. And that's why they've made such an effort to try and divide us, right? Because even through the music, through our own self-inflicted wounds, gang violence, all that, we're constantly looking at each other and being like, oh yeah, that's my op right there. Like, no, bro. Like we need to kill all that, like, because we more important as a unit than we are separated. You know what I'm saying?
It's not only in the music. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Finish your point.
I was saying, like, I don't need, like, in Chicago we got GDs and BDs. Fuck that though. We just black people, really. Like, we just black people for real. Like, we not any of that. We don't belong. We claim in blocks that we not we don't own. Like we don't own nothing on this street right here. Your house is leased. You know what I'm
Least,
saying? Like
bro.
you got a
Tribalism.
mortgage that you got to pay off. You don't own nothing
Tribalism,
that you.
brother.
It's crazy.
And
It's crazy.
you know what the thing, you know what makes it even. I just want to take it a step level before that. And also shout out to J Rod for pulling up. We gonna be having a collab with JEB. That's J Rod, the brother J Rod, Early and Bama. Shout out to those guys. Those are my brothers, man. I always love chopping up, and they're beautiful host Ari, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes,
Ari.
yes,
Shout out to
sir.
that
Yes,
queen.
sir. Shout out to Ari.
Yeah, we
Queen.
definitely gonna make this a collab thing because
Mhm.
I appreciate what those brothers got to say. And it's a great point that you did bring, and I would like to tap your mind on political science later on another time because we can't stay too long. But I did want to say this, and I wanted to add this nuance into it. Was I think it's far past the political party thing, and I'm gonna just say take a little page of what Kanye West said, and it's more so of the manufacturing. That's where we need to get into, because the manufacturing is what's going to give you buying power. Not only gives you buying power, you become one self-sufficient, right? If you have people that are manufacturing your clothes for you, right? You're not buying your clothes from overseas and doing that. You're able to be self-sustainable. On top of that, too, you have whoever is the CEOs of those companies, things like that. Now they own more land, and that's where the thing is. The more land and per capita you own, the more you're more involved in the local politics. And the more you become involved in local politics, that's when your name rings bells and you find people that align with your moral values and you can support. But if we don't control production and we're just focused on only creating ideas and creating entertainment and not creating sustainable products for people, for us, we're going to be playing this cat and mouse game for a long time because we're not self-sufficient.
Right.
Everything we buy from everybody else.
In short, what
that,
context is saying is that we need economical power. That's just the truth.
There we
Unless we have like economical power, we can't get shit done because nobody respect anybody that don't got no power structure. Like you don't
we
got
only
no
have it in
base.
spending. We don't have it in
it's
we don't
spending.
have it in
We're
anything else.
consumer. Yeah, the thing we're leading and we're the leading consumer, but nah, context is right. We don't have, not to quote Umar, but we don't got no hospitals, we don't got no grocery stores. How many farms do we own across America? And you got to remember the influence is all over. The traffic light isn't here without us. You don't have heat in your house without the black woman. You feel me? There is multiple inventions in this world that's in America right now that the black man or black woman had their hands all over, and they still don't be feeling like ours sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
like it don't feel like,
but
so.
But that goes right to my point that I was bringing up to you earlier, though, because like I said, when the pandemic happened, all these stores shut down. And you start noticing because, like, for me personally, like, all right, all the stores shut down, but some of the black-owned stores that they got right here, some of them they made ways to meet. So like sometimes they opened these stores, but they didn't tell everybody. Everybody just knew word to mouth kind of thing. There was
Right.
some barbers opening the shops and shit like that. So I asked that same question again because look, like when you start looking at it, oh, that laundromat was owned by Asians. They shut down and they went to wherever they went to and they get their clothes done. Meanwhile, I'm suffering and I can't get my clothes done. That
Right.
grocery store was owned by Asians. Hey, they had all the food in here and they had specific food in here that was good for my baby. But now I can't get it. They went to where they going, they still getting their shit. But now I'm
Right.
fucked and I don't even know where to go to get my
I
shit.
don't have my
So that's why
resources no more.
I don't got no resources no more. I'm in an area now that I don't even know where to get resources from now because I was dependent on somebody outside my race, outside of my comfort zone, outside of this
Facts.
community for it. And now they just
Facts.
left. And now I'm here with my hands in my pocket hoping somebody come and save me. So I come
Facts.
back to that situation again. Look, we where is our home? Where do we start off from? Because yeah, I'm not disagreeing with none of y'all. It's great takes. Like, okay, like yeah, we need to start into manufacturing. We need to get these businesses going so we could be more self-sufficient. So you're not depending on somebody other race or other culture or other government to help
Yeah.
you out. But now
Yeah.
that's when they created leverage for themselves. And now you're in a bad situation. You can't even get yourself out of it because you
Right.
gave them the leverage
Right.
already. And now they already started the real for it. So like once you gave them the leverage, they're like, all right, if I take it away, you ain't got nothing to fall back on. So like, what you gonna do? You
Right.
got another backup plan? No, you don't. So that's where I come back into my thing. Like, okay, we could start with the ideas, but at first we have to make a home base for it because everybody's all over just trying to do things one by one. Somebody in Idaho trying to do something, but that same idea that they got somebody in New York got it, but they're two separate different locations, and they're not trying to band together. Even though we got all this technology to come together with our ideas and make something happen.
Can I say
My
something?
thing is,
my bad.
real quick,
No,
Jay.
you
I'm about to finish up real quick.
My
So
bad.
my question is, where is the home? Where can we start this from and build out and then outsource to? Because we can't just keep on doing things. Oh, somebody got something going on in Texas, but it just dies down because he was the only person in that area. But if he was able to network with some people from, like, I'll just say, like, New Jersey, and like he had like 4 people that was in like a trucking service, and they like, oh, I could partner with you. I got somebody else who will go with the business. We got ideas, but we're too spread out. So where's our home?
That's a great question, bro. To be honest, I don't feel like we got one right now. Like, the reality of it is, like, I can't really give you an answer like where our home is. And the reason why I didn't mean to cut you off is just as you was talking about, as what you were saying, when you were speaking, it just made me think about something that's really like completely corresponding to what you were saying. It's like, I look at Charleston White and Dr. Umar, right? For example, I think if you take those black voices, they really be saying some real shit about our community. But we have damn near propelled them as like damn near 2 internet comedians almost. Not really trying to say like, yo, these brothers is speaking on things so crazy. And I think the sad part about it is the only real way for the messages of these type of people, like even Candace Owens be saying some shit that if you really look past the personality or and hear what exactly she is saying about our community, she's saying something that's just real candid and honest about our community. I think Charleston
Real quick, J-Rob.
Yep.
Real quick, J-Rob, not to cut you off, but
no, you good.
Real quick to that point, right? Because we usually say like people come to us and tell us certain things, and we just not believing and we not buy into it. The same thing could be turned around to like other people outside of our race or outside of our culture. So like me personally, right? When I went to college, right, and some people was from the town, some people wasn't from the town. So like some of the stories I'll tell, that's not even like, no, it's on the scale of 1 to 10, it probably pops up on a 2 for me. That 2 for me was a 12 for other people outside,
right?
And they couldn't fathom what happened to me. Like I told them one time, like I was at a party, it got shot up, and I had to jump 2 fences. I had to run through dogs and shit. I had to balance on a fucking picketed fence, and I had to jump and shit. They thought that was a whole movie. Meanwhile, I was high, and I didn't think
this shit happens sometimes.
Shit happens,
shit happens. The minute I got
exactly.
free, I just said, "What the fuck?" and I just went about my day still. Like, all right, the night went crazy, but we about to find another spot.
We about to find another spot.
So in my mind, Tex, that's a fact. Yo, a gunshot go off in a party. You like, oh my god, everybody running around, but like 10 minutes later, everybody, all right, so where we at again?
Where we at?
Everybody else will be on the floor crying for
that's trauma, bro.
That's trauma, bro.
That's trauma,
and now,
bro.
2 years later, they're gonna tell you they got trauma from that incident. Meanwhile, you're looking like, yo, bro, it was just a regular gunshot, bro. What the fuck
shit ain't nothing. Well, so the problem is we hardwired to it, bro. Man. Yeah, like we hardwired to it. Like it's our normal everyday reality. Like that's just the transparency to it. And honestly, the other thing that we gotta stop doing as well is, to my black brothers and sisters out there, like we gotta stop calling our own Oreos and stuff like that because they grew up in the suburbs. We got to start thinking that the black struggle is the default settings for black people, and that's the true issue. The default build for us is nigga shit. It's the hood. It's sexy red. It's this. Like when you hear these light skinned people, and I gotta use like the biracial and light skinned people as the example because they the main ones who propagate I'm not black enough because I was like. Don't get me wrong. I got no sympathy for light skin privilege. I don't. But my thing about it is we have this idea that because they light skinned and whatever, they live a different life of being black. Like there's levels to our blackness. And a ginger and a blonde white guy, both just 2 white guys in their community. He not getting privileged different because he a ginger, and this one getting privileged different because they white hair and blue eyes. Connor and Brad still going to make it to the top of the food chain no matter what. One guy gonna be ginger, the other one got blue eyes. It don't make no difference. But for us, it's like and this is the reality of it. Remember, the reason why we be hating our complexions and be running away from dark skin and light skin, the lightest people on a planet taught us how to do that. We didn't teach ourselves how to do that.
Right.
You know, we weren't told that, oh, because she's darker, she's prettier. Like, you know, for me, I've had my girl now, she's biracial, but you know, my high school sweetheart was Context's complexion. You know, I've dated like every complexion of black girl growing up. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I see the women in my community as just the women in my community. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't pedestal one or the other. You know, I think that's one of our biggest issues, yo. Like we gotta stand as one or fall, and we just fall for anything. I feel like that's just the reality of it. Like we fall for anything. Like we glorified this whole shit. We glorify. I blame the men too. I blame us as well because we promoted it. We said we paying for BBLs, we buying titties. You know, like. We saying all of this shit.
That's
a
fact.
Like,
destroying the image of destroying the self-confidence of these women.
And you got to remember, some of y'all gonna have black daughters, man. Get y'all shit together. I hope y'all understand what y'all going to be telling them, because we also in a stage where, listen, we live in a world now where like we are propagating. It is phenomenal to go on OnlyFans and. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not gonna lie.
And we're glorifying that like that is the way to
bust that ass for a few dollars.
Hold on, 1 second though.
Like,
there's a reason why. I'm not gonna lie. I love Angel Reese, right? But there's a reason why she goes out there with those eyelashes and a full, you know, the full get up on. There's a reason why. Because growing up, we stereotyped a lot of the black women that be on these basketball teams as like, you know, straight ugly. Like they not worth nothing. They ugly. They dykes. They whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like we put all that on them. Right. We put all that on them, and then which causes a girl like Andrew Reese to try and overcompensate for that. She like, all right, cool. Y'all not gonna ever say that about me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm gonna go out there.
Okay. You see,
and you gotta also think and you gotta also remember too, we also over sexualize our women of any race of women. We over sexualize ours the most. Let's be honest here, y'all. Like,
facts, bro.
You all of like let's be real. Let's be real. I'm gonna tell you why.
Jay. I disagree.
How many pop
if you
stars?
Go to Jay, if you go to France,
how come Taylor Swift? Hold on. How come Taylor Swift, Ariana Grande, or the biggest white pop stars of the generation don't gotta get in a squat like Little Kim and show their coochie to appeal to an audience? How come Nicki Minaj and Sexy Red have to sell sex for them to sell? How? That's my only thing. Like we don't sell our women based off their talent. We sell them based off how they look.
The black women who are thriving, the black women who are talented, like the hers and all like the people who are in that realm. There's a reason why her ain't getting the same looks as a person like you know, Sexy Red and Nicki Minaj.
But that's not us.
Her covers up her body.
Why is Ice Spice? Why is Ice Spice really lit?
Come on, man.
Come on, bro.
Wait,
why is she really lit, bro?
Those are separate questions. Hold on, wait, Jay. Those are separate questions.
About it,
man. We hitting a lot of factors right now.
No. I know.
But what I'm saying is, those are the big names. Those are the big names in black women in music. Like if you go to black women and you say the same, like we gave Cardi B, a Grammy, and we give Meg Thee Stallion because they shaking their ass, bro. I'm not trying to take nothing away from them. Cardi B can really spit. I'm getting to it. But what I'm saying is, we gonna look past a Cardi song where she really going bar for bar, but the video where she's going crazy, throwing it back, that's what we're gonna make is like her peak achievement. Like that's the endearment. But Adele could wear a dress and just sing her heart out.
Adele ain't gotta do shit like that, bro.
If your name not Beyonce or Rihanna, how many black women in our industry can just go on a stage and sing?
But your optics mean everything, though. My fault, Tex. Go ahead.
But our optics are that. But our
let me just say this.
optics are that way because what is our media? You gotta. That's my whole point. Like our media doesn't
Jay,
give us that leverage.
You're being disingenuous.
Like, bro,
I'm
how?
gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. Because now, don't get me wrong. I will say this: do we play a contributing factor into it? Yes. And does our
100%.
factor resonate? Because, fortunately for us, we carry a lot of cultural currency. That's what we carry. So whenever we decide this is gonna be popping, it's gonna get lit. It's cracking off rip. You feel what I'm saying? Like if this is lit, it's gonna be lit. But my thing is most of the music execs that clear that budget aren't our skin tone. They may have an A&R that's there. Once in a blue, there's an exec that's pushing towards this thing. But for the most part, you guys most of the hip hop execs have sold out to commercialism. So
I agree.
They are following the formula that they've seen has only gotten success. They're not.
But that's still our fault.
I'm going to take a chance with this person. I'm going to take a chance on this thing. I'm going to take a chance with this. No. We're just going to rinse, repeat. What
formula?
But context. That's my whole point. We so dipped in making. You saying about this rinse, repeat. Our values have gotten so shrewd. All these people that have been in music for years got enough money to do their own label thing. They got more than enough money to sell what they want to sell. Because like you just said, if we want to make something lit, we're going to make it lit. We got TikTok and all types of stuff, ways to get popping. And this is my whole point to you, bro. You saying I'm being disingenuous, but I don't think anything about what I'm saying is being disingenuous. For example, the Country Music Awards. Hold on. If I ask you a question,
I didn't explain. No, wait, real quick. I'm going to let you go. Jay. I just want to explain what I mean by I think you're being disingenuous because you understand from what not. I wouldn't say that you have an idea. I wouldn't say that you have a A through Z comprehension of it, but you understand the corporate world and how it translates into capitalizing off of Black trauma, Black entertainment, Black whatever the case may be, that they are capitalizing. Look at the way that Leor Cohen and Kevin Allows handle Young Thug. They knew that the feds was watching them since a minute ago. The feds always go to the big people first. They let them know, we're doing this. So my thing is, you know who sat with, and I saw this with my eyes. I saw Leor Cohen walking with Young Thug from business meeting to business meeting to business meeting to business meeting, knowing that the feds are watching him. So my thing is you are willingly knowing, so promote this song. Make this song. Yeah. Oh, that song should be a hit. Yeah. That song fly. You feel what I'm saying? This is not Young Thug choosing it. This the whole time when he was popular, when he was going and hitting those marks, he was under Leor Cohen. All them songs from Stoner to the Jeffrey album.
But that's not him creating his own art though. That's not
my whole thing is not my thing about it is not about who has their hands in music. I'm saying what we have enough resources now and enough understanding of the music game where we don't have to worry about certain people to get the music out. You can be independent. A lot of artists feel like they have to they have to tie themselves to a label, and these labels have a lot of power. But this is my whole thing about the music industry as a whole context is we've been designated to specific sections of music and how the music is perceived. And for example, if I ask you right now about the CMA Awards, for those who don't know, the Country Music Awards, you will tell me that is a white show, right? That is a white award show, right? In music, Country Music Awards, because it's going to be a majority white show. Let's be the reality of it is, come on, it's going to be majority.
You in passing, honestly, I know it's more than that, but in passing, that would be the general consensus in the conversation for sure.
And to somebody who's not really who doesn't really understand the nature of music or history of music, you talk about country music, they're going to think that's a white genre of music, things of that nature. Do you understand that country music is literally formed after the blues? The banjo was brought to America by the slaves and created by the slaves. Country music was started by Black people in this country. But if you ask the random ignorant person of music, they might not even know Black people were linked to that music. And so all I'm saying is that we get put into boxes. For example, Tyler the Creator. He got a Grammy. He talked eloquently about it. Igor was not his album. Igor was not a hip hop album. You know what I'm saying? Like if you look a certain way, there's a certain way that we have to be marketed because there's an idea of how we need to be portrayed. And I think that is in all facets of media. And so all I'm saying is we need to start bringing. We got to start bringing that power back.
Stay right there, Jay. Stay right there with that, right? And you said that and that's why I want to just give you. I just want you to contextualize what you're saying. We're saying the same thing, but you're saying that we're the ones that is pushing the envelope towards that situation where we're now. Don't get me wrong. Do we set ourselves up for failure? Yes. Do we play into it? Maybe a little too much. Yes. However, but I agree 100%. However, but if you have a company like Converse, right? You have a company like Converse, and other companies, and they said that, well, when you dress like this, or when they see you like this does well. You get what I'm saying? Or if you do this album, this is gonna make you may have an uptick in this audience. There are people that go to these artists or whatever the case may be, and or these athletes and say, yo, you know, if you do this, you might get this crowd to like you. You know what I'm saying? And it's just opening your market. A lot of people placate to that. I agree with that. I feel like, unfortunately, that's the game of the industry in all facets. You understand what I'm saying? When you partner with a large corporation, their bottom dollar may affect what you do, right? Like if you partner with a brand, right?
exactly,
right. So that's what I mean by it. Sometimes do we placate to it? Yes. However, I feel like we're not the driving force of it, and I feel like
saying we could be.
I agree, but we haven't leveraged enough. We haven't leveraged enough manufacturing capital to take our services. That's the thing about it. We have so much people that are grouped into entertainment. That's grouped into sports. That's the biggest field.
Why haven't we? I think it's just more of a fear thing, bro. I think it's more of a fear. I think it's more of a fear thing. There's a lot of people who made a lot of money in these industries, and I think it's more of a fear of how they're going to be perceived by going independent or starting their own label and their own manufacturing and not being signed to one of these big labels like a Sony or stuff like that. And I think that really is because sometimes you're not trying to make enemies with these big corporations because they have a lot of capital. They got all the resources to bring you down. However, I do think we shouldn't be afraid. At the end of the day, we still can't be afraid to combine our money together to have our own record label. We've been in this industry for too long. We've had too much of an understanding of how it works. If Russ can go out there all the time and make money just dropping independent songs after independent songs, if Brent Faiyaz could do it and still be one of the most popular artists in the game, why can't we just have a label that protects Black artists? None of these 360 deals and all of that. Feel me?
Perfect. I want to give a one more point, and then we'll just say our final remarks because I do got to butt some moves. One thing I do want to give a thing. Well, I got a dip. I don't know which I want to do, but my thing is this is a great conversation, and I want to actually continue this. Whether we do it on the graveyard shift or we partner up with JEB to drop that in. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. I got you. So boom. Here's the thing I will say. For those Russes, right? For those and part, I think GoldLink before and Brent Faiyaz when they were doing the independent thing. I'll give you that, and then I'll raise you what Dame Dash, because Dame Dash had Wiz under him. Dame Dash had Currency under him, and he had Stalley under him. And he said verbatim himself that they said that they were never going to go indie. I mean, they were never going to go major. They always want to stay indie, and they want to be the biggest guys. Big Crit too. And you see what ended up happening, J-Rob? What ended up happening? They all ended up going to a major label. You know why? Because they're going to throw you that $1 million advance. You don't have the financial literacy. You don't have the music business down.
I agree.
And now I'm waving the golden carrot in front of your eyes. And now you have no idea that in the back end, you're going to own this. In the back end, you're going to owe this. In the back end, you're going to owe this. So what ends up happening is as you build a group, because this is the thing, Wiz Khalifa and Currency was like this. Now Wiz pop off, Cushion OJ pops off. It kind of catapults him, separates him. He's doing a little bit way more shows. Now you're not around Dame Dash. You're not around Currency anymore. You're around other people. Now they're saying, yo, you know, if you did this, you could do this, and you do this, you could be this, you do this. Because let's think about it. Wiz Khalifa, he got the Fast and Furious, the Fast and Furious soundtrack and the Black and Yellow song, and he was out of here. You see what I'm saying? And that opportunity
I agree.
out of here to take care of your families for generations, that's where the trick is. The trick bag is, I can make you a millionaire. I can make your kids a millionaire.
Facts.
All you got to do is just follow my lead, and they're pulling you away from the group. And now
that's where our value lies, bro. Our value lies in $1. And that's our issue. We don't really know where our true values lie, because the only thing we're taught is that you make as much money as you can. Because if you make more money, people gonna leave you alone. And what they forget to tell you is the more money you make, the more problems you gain as well. And you ain't trying to go back to being broke, but it ain't easy being rich either. You know what I'm saying?
That's the thing, though, Jay. It's not so much just being easy. It's being self-sufficient, being able to have a support group. Because the thing about it is, to run a business by yourself, there's gonna be a lot of times, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna fail first. You know what I mean? Especially if you're doing it by yourself, even if you have a lot of capital, just because not everybody has an idea on every part of the business. That's why you need to have, like you said, a good support system, a good team. So that way, when you do get into a lull or to a low, you have people that's going to bounce back and be still there to support you, to guide you through those certain things. What ends up happening is, when one person gets successful, the whole people are relying on that one person to pull them up into that situation, while they're not developing their skills. They're not developing their talents. They're not developing or learning something that could be beneficial to the group. So then all you're going to hear is the other people on the other side saying, yo, he don't know what he's doing. He don't know what he's doing. Look at what LeBron did. Bron said, yo, while I'm hooping and doing all these things, y'all go to school. Y'all do your thing. I'll pay for y'all schooling. Y'all do this. You do that. Y'all do that. They got trade, and now they're all their own businessmen. But when they come together, now LeBron James is $1 billion business. Yep. You know what I mean? So that's just a great example of what can be done. You know what I mean? You just have to have the right mentality towards it and have the great support system. But again, fellas,
excellent convo. J-Rob, any last words on it?
Hey man, listen, man, we gotta be willing to take risks for our people. Context. We can't just be so gung ho over the dangly carrot.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a fact.
Listen,
one band, one
ladies
style.
and
We all
gentlemen.
we got.
Facts though. Oh God.
Facts. Ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate everybody who tapped in, man. Easy. Any last words? If anything, any closing remarks that you got?
For the people that trying to separate themselves from the topic and don't feel like they need to be a part of it, make sure you put some money in your pocket and you stay out the fucking way. Then we trying to join in.
Oh wait. Can I say one last thing? thing?
Yeah, go ahead, Jay.
I'm a March Madness fiend. So I have my every year. I've been doing this since I was probably 17 in high school. I do a March Madness bracket on ESPN. I sent y'all the link in the chat if you want to put that in the comments. It's just a March Madness bracket. You feel me? I'm gonna do a little stream in a few weeks, tonight or in the next coming days, where I just pick out my college bracket. I'm big into March Madness. I'm big into college basketball. So,
yo, Jay, also drop the JEB podcast also.
Oh yeah, it's just on the By Any Means. Hold on, I'm gonna send y'all the link to
that's the bracket link right there for everybody.
Yeah, and I'll send y'all I'll send y'all the link to episode 1 of JEB if y'all want to tap in. It was a dope show. We have 3 episodes out now. Recording episode 4 on Wednesday, I'm pretty sure. So make sure I tap in.
Word.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
You want me to post this one too?
Oh no, that was for y'all if y'all want the JEB stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, word. All right, well, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, that's gonna wrap it up for No Snooze Button. Hey, first and foremost, appreciate J-Rob for pulling up, man. That was excellent conversations. Excellent. Definitely much needed combos too, we will catch y'all back here on Wednesday for graveyard shift, and then back here Friday morning for another episode of No Snooze Button. Context. Any shout outs that you want to give? I know you got some shout outs you want to give, man.
You know the vibes. Shout out to the slim girls and the thick girls and the ones that are in between. Now, thick girls, it is getting warm outside, so I'm gonna link you when the AC's running. I'm just saying that. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? We gotta make sure the room is, you know what I mean? Airflow good. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. It's cool because I get hot. It's not even y'all. I get hot. You know what I'm saying? But also it's sundress season, so we're about to see a whole bunch of sundresses. So we'll fight for that.
Facts.
And also shout out from the vanilla milk to the dark chocolate, all in between. I love all of y'all. Salute to all the women. It's y'all month to shine, and actually, it's every day is Women's Day. So who cares?
Facts. I don't need no day to tell me that to celebrate my women in my life. You know,
right. Duck your taco, you heard? Duck your taco.
Right. Hey man, make sure y'all exit this week the same way y'all entered it, man. Stay safe, but most importantly, stay dangerous. You know, it's a lot of crazy people out here. So,
and like Easy said, put some money in your pocket.
Right. Yeah, man.
Put some money in your pocket. It solves a lot of problems in life.
Yep. Hey.
Real quick, Deso. Shout out to Essence Atkins, man. If you know, you know, man. Shout out to Essence Atkins, man.
Essence Atkins.
That's a nice piece of
that was the
right
sister
there.
from Smart Guy, the older sister from Smart Guy. Yeah, I remember.
Okay,
yes, sir.
Word. Okay, I'm gonna have to do some research on that one.
Real quick. Shout out to the women that like to please their man, yo. Like they just look like they know how to please their man. They just live to just please your nigga. What to y'all?
Yo, Breezy, drop your link in the chat as well. Salute to Breezy. You know the Nets. Oh my God, the Nets lost. Oh my God, Victor went crazy. Gave us 37, 15.
Yeah, Victor went dumb.
7 and 5. Kyrie, I'm not gonna. We're gonna end it real quick on the sports thing. Kyrie with the left hand hook shot going for the game.
The left hand hook.
Left hand.
Oh my God,
that
bro.
Boy,
yeah, that was crazy.
That boy's a wizard. Bro. Man.
He's a wizard. He's a wizard.
That Lukai
combo, channel his inner future. He channeled his inner future.
But yeah, shout out to Breezy.
Yeah, for sure.
Content. You could catch Breezy on his big fan Breezy. I think he has 600 now. That song go crazy. That BROK, we wild. That's tough. Rocking with the anthem. You would catch Easy on there. You would catch a lot of great people on there. Salute to the panel over there. Salute to PC. Also, again, like, comment, and subscribe. Tap into the No Snooze Button. It's a show powered by the people for the people. It's for your city, your town, and your community. Yeah, tap in.
Yep. Hey,
yes, sir.
Make sure y'all drink some water.